the badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
How's it going? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody that this is episode number 483. Episode number 483 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, please spread around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, all right? And before we get anything else, please follow me on Twitter, folks, all right? The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. I'm also on Gab, folks. Don't forget about that, the Twitter alternative. You can get to Gab by typing in your web browser, gab.ai. I am on both of those social media networks under the name Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Now that we got all that out of the way, folks, I hope that you had yourself a decent weekend. It was April Fool's Day weekend, and I don't want to cross shows here, but I definitely had a pretty good April Fools on the Saturday Night Troll Show, which we do also host at 5:30 p.m. every Saturday. But with that being said, let's go ahead and just kind of forget about that. Let's go ahead and get right into the business of things, all right? Because really what it's all about making capital. It's all about making money, and that's what the True Capitalist Radio broadcast first hour is all about. So let's get right into the cryptocurrency markets. And for you folks that have been gone for a minute, the reason that we are now leading in with the cryptocurrency coverage in the first hour of the financial markets is because, folks, this is an unregulated market, all right? And that means that there is no pattern or day trading rules. There is nothing to that capacity that is going to prevent you from basically catching the dips and riding the waves 24 hours a day in this cryptocurrency market. Now, we've talked about it many a times. There are means and ways to be able to obtain cryptocurrency. There is, of course, the infamous Bitcoin. There is Ethereum, which is, creeping on a come-up, for lack of a better term, out there in the cryptocurrency market. The Monero, Zcash, there's a lot of them out there, folks, but let's be honest, right now in the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin is king. Bitcoin is king. And the unfortunate part about it is that Bitcoin, because of the popularity, it has become very difficult to mine Bitcoin. And this is what's going to happen, folks, for you individuals who are already well aware of what cryptocurrency mining is. It's going to take a lot more hash power, more computing power, more processing power. And the reason this happens is because as more people get into pools of mining a given cryptocurrency, the algorithm is going to go with the more sophisticated and faster computing process to complete every blockchain and transaction. Now, with that being said, folks, I and every cryptocurrency that I cover in this first hour is completely mineable. Now, we talked about what mining is, and look, I know I go over this every single day, folks, but I want to get across that mining and what cryptocurrency is, because there's a lot of people that are still like, I don't get it, Ghost, I don't get it. First and foremost, folks, to be able to have Bitcoin, you have to have a Bitcoin wallet. There's a variety of different Bitcoin wallets out there, folks. All right, you can go Google right now, Bitcoin wallet, and there's Jaxx, Jaxx, I think the .io, I believe, is the extension. You've got Exodus wallet. You've got blockchain wallet. You got all kinds of different wallets out there. You need to obtain a wallet so that you can obtain Bitcoin. So if somebody wanted to send you some Bitcoin, you could be able to receive it. I mean, here in the next few weeks, I plan on giving away different cryptocurrencies out here, and the only people that are going to be able to take part in it is people that got the goddamn wallet to hold it. So once again, it would behoove each and every one of you that are listening, if you even want to just get into the Bitcoin phenomena or the cryptocurrency phenomena, get a digital wallet. Now, what this wallet does, it holds all of your cryptocurrency, depending on the wallet, because, look, not all wallets hold all cryptocurrencies. Wallets can be very cryptocurrency specific. So you may have to hold a variety of different wallets so that you can have and hold a plethora of different cryptocurrency. But the first thing that you want to do, if you're very new to cryptocurrency, is just get a Bitcoin wallet. That's the very, very simple thing to do. So that, I mean, because Bitcoin is circulated frequently out here. They're more than likely people are going to have Bitcoin. And let's say you wanted to do something. Let's say you have a blog. Let's say that you are a vlogger on YouTube or whatever the case might be. You can put your Bitcoin wallet. Now, Bitcoin wallets have one of two ways of having people transfer Bitcoin to you. You have this very, very long, all right, very, very long address that's mixed with a whole bunch of different characters. And it's a very, very unique address, very long, so you could cut and paste that address of your wallet and then send it to everybody who, potentially wants to send you Bitcoin, or if you're going to charge for a service. Let's say you're out there in the real world, you want to charge for a service. Well, you have this long address that you either cut and paste or send, or, which is a lot easier, a QR code. A QR code for which someone can take their cell phone, take a picture of the cryptocurrency QR code, and be able to send cryptocurrency to your wallet based upon that QR code. So let's say you had a small mom and pop shop, or let's say you are an independent business person and you want to take Bitcoin as a means of exchanging goods and services. Well, all you'd have to have is, of course, your digital Bitcoin wallet, and you print out your QR code so that the individual who wants to pay, you can either have it right there by your cash register that says, we accept Bitcoin, send payments here, and then once you see that they've sent the payment, you receive the payment, then you can exchange goods and services. Now, now that you kind of have the idea of what a digital wallet is, now, once again, we get back into mining digital currency. Now, for you folks that are unaware, I'm going to try to say this as simple as possible. Mining is nothing more than taking your hardware, specifically a high-end GPU, a graphics card. Graphics cards are the best means of mining cryptocurrency at this point in time because it centralizes the computing power specifically to the graphics card and doesn't use any of the resources of the motherboard. So basically, the graphics card acts as if it's an autonomous piece of processing hardware that's geared specifically towards mining this cryptocurrency. Now, what you do is let's say you have this nice graphics card, you're a gamer or something to that capacity. When I am covering cryptocurrencies, okay? When I'm covering cryptocurrencies and you hear a cryptocurrency that you're interested in, well, what you'd want to do is do a search research that cryptocurrency, go to the official website of that cryptocurrency, and figure out what it takes to mine that cryptocurrency. And specifically, all it is, folks, is once you have the hardware, you download a mining software. You download mining software to your hardware, and then you execute that software in conjunction with the hardware to a mining pool. Now, for you folks that are unfamiliar with mining pools, what it is, it's a server in which you as a miner can hook up to. And once you hook up to a mining pool, that's when the computer and the server and the algorithm do all the work for you. All you've got to do is let the software run in this mining pool, and depending on what your hash rate is, now that hash rate term you're going to hear a lot in cryptocurrency mining, because the higher the hash rate that you have, the more mining potential that you have, the higher mining capabilities, the more cryptocurrency you're going to be able to obtain, because you possess the computing power necessary to process all the different transactions that are happening across the world via a cryptocurrency. Now, I know people are asking themselves, people that are new to cryptocurrency, what do you mean? I just load some software on my graphics card, and then I run it, and then I connect to a mining pool, and then that's it? I just let it run, and it just gives me cryptocurrency? Yes. Now, I know it's very complicated for people to at first look at that and understand what the hell that means. Folks, what it means is that the reason people are mining cryptocurrency, as they're mining cryptocurrency, what they're doing is they're acting as the network backbone of the entire decentralized infrastructure of cryptocurrency. There is no central bank in cryptocurrency. There's never going to be a overprinting of the money. The algorithm basically acts as the dispensing avenue for the cryptocurrency in question, and because the algorithm is already preset, everyone already knows how much money is going to be printed out. Unlike the central banking system, in which you can just kind of, the central bankers can just continue printing out of money. And as a result, that's why many currencies are deflating and just turning into just trash, because we have central bankers who make the decisions on how much currency is going to be printed out. And many times, a lot of these central bankers are just, printing out money like it's going out of style. These are Keynesian economic morons, and that's why cryptocurrency is becoming a valid alternative for exchange of goods and services. Now, with that being said, folks, that's why when you have your computing device as a mining device, that's why the longer you're on there, the higher hash rate you have, the more processes your computer is going to process. You see, when you're mining cryptocurrency, you're helping solve the transactions and the problems necessary so that all the transactions that are happening all over the world in a given cryptocurrency, you are helping facilitate those transactions. And that's why the algorithm that creates the cryptocurrency rewards those who actually have computing power, energy, bandwidth. There's a lot to mine cryptocurrency. You got to have the hardware. You got to have the bandwidth. You got to make sure that the hardware is up to capacity at all times. And at the same time, folks, the bad part about mining is that what you're making today in whatever given hardware that you have, in the next 6 months to 8 months to a year, that capability of whatever you're mining at, whatever hash rate you're mining at right now, it will go down as time goes by, because there's more people added to the mining pool. There's more people added to the mining network. And because there's more people, you're going to have a lot more people with a lot more computing power, a lot more hash power. And as a result, the algorithm by default is going to go to the higher hash rate, the higher processing machines, as opposed to those with the, ones that don't have the capacity to transact all these different transactions that are happening all over the world. So just because you're mining, you're mining something today with a given piece of hardware at a decent hash rate, here in the next 6 months to a year, you may have to upgrade your hardware so that you can keep up with the hash rate increase because of all the miners that are coming on board to a cryptocurrency. That's what's happened to Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin used to be very easy to mine. Now it's hard to mine Bitcoin because you've got so many people trying to mine it. You've got very high-end, sophisticated hardware server farms all across the world basically trying to mine it, and because these pieces of hardware are unbelievable in their computing capacity, the algorithm is going to go to those high-end, high hash rate, high processing speed servers and those server farms that are mining these things in mass capacity, as opposed to an individual miner who is basically just trying to mine whatever he can out of his own little individual piece of hardware. Now, I know this sounds very difficult, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk a little bit about mining cryptocurrency so that individuals can kind of grasp the potential costs of trying to mine individually as far as hardware is concerned. Now, there are high-end hash rate pieces of hardware for sale on the market. There's one called Antminer. There's a few pieces of hardware that have been specifically put together so that they can mine cryptocurrency. Now, the bad part about it is this. I alluded to it earlier, that in cryptocurrency mining, what works today, you're going to have to upgrade in the next 8 months to a year. Because whatever you're mining with right now, that hash power will go down by default because more and more people are coming onto the network of mining, which takes, whoever has the most hash power is going to get the most goddamn mining. You know what I mean? They're going to process the most blockchains. And that's just how it works. So what miners do, who actually have these, little Bitcoin server operations that are in their offices or they're in their homes, what they do is when they start realizing that their hash rate from their hardware starts to go down, what they do is they sell the hardware that's beginning to go down in a given hash rate, sell it on the market via eBay or whatever capacity, and when they sell that hardware, they use the cash to put on new hardware, which will suffice the hash rate necessary for these folks to continue to mine cryptocurrency at the capacity at which they're used to. I know it sounds very confusing. It's a lot of hard work. Believe me, I've looked into it. It's a lot of work, a lot of time, effort, and energy. But, I mean, if you want to mine, free money, if you got a high-end graphics card, why not? That's how I look at it. If you got a couple of graphics cards, why not? But as far as trying to get a high-end, high-yield mining potential, in my personal view, folks, I mean, unless you're willing to spend a good, I would say $10,000 on hardware, and I'm talking good hardware, state-of-the-art hardware, you got to also make sure that you have the bandwidth to be able to handle the mining potential. You also have to keep in consideration the electrical costs. There's electricity costs that are involved in mass mining. So there's a lot of factors to think about when you want to go high-end mining. Now, there is something I wanted to go ahead and talk about today because I know people have been discussing with me, hey, Ghost, I mean, what about renting hash power? What about third-party mining? I don't know where to go, Ghost. I think I don't know who's a scam and who isn't. So what I'm doing now, folks, is I am going to bring to you in the first hour legit cryptocurrency companies that will provide the services necessary for you to potentially make moves in this cryptocurrency. Now, this one company that I am going to suggest here is a cloud mining company. And what it does, it allows you to purchase 2-year contracts. All right, 2-year contracts of mining whatever cryptocurrency you want, and you get to purchase the hash rate at which you want to mine. And the reason that this is so good, and let me explain the strategy. Let me go ahead and tweet the company in question. Here it is right here, GenesisMining.com here, folks. Here it is. Let me go ahead and tweet at it. Now, I have purchased I threw $1,000 on some, look, I was going to buy a couple of machines anyway, okay? And I figured, well, why not let a cloud mining company mine for me, and instead of the hardware, bandwidth, electric, upgrade, housing costs, why not just subcontract it to a huge server farm and just allow these people to go ahead and mine for me for 2 years? Now, I know there's a lot of folks that if you do research, you're going to find YouTube videos of, 2-bit cryptocurrency players out here. They're like, man, Genesis mining sucks. I don't like it. Nah, nah, nah. And the reason is because these folks are buying like $40, the $40 package. They're buying, the very low-end package. And you take a look at the hash rate, and it tells you at which hash rate you will be mining at for the next 2 years based upon the price that you purchased the contract. So how do you figure out if you're making money? Well, you need to Google something called a mining calculator. And I think there's many of them at this one site called Coin Wars with a Z at the end. Coinwars with a Z.com. I believe that's where you can find a whole bunch of cryptocurrency mining calculators. Now, what you want to do is you want to be able to put the mining hash rate, plug it in, and be able to, because you're not paying for electric, you're not paying for hardware costs. The only cost that you're paying for is the contract. So what you do is you take a look at how much hash capacity that you are going to be contracting with this Genesis Mining. As a matter of fact, folks, if you want a discount on that, if you're interested, WEA296 is a discount code, folks. Heads up, all right? WEA296 is a discount code if you are interested in Genesis Mining. Now, what it does is that, you go to this mining calculator, you calculate how much you potentially are going to make in a 2-year period. Because once you get this contract, folks, it's going to mine nonstop every day for 2 years. Okay, so I've already purchased a few of these particular products on Genesis Mining, and I'm literally getting money every goddamn day just deposited in my wallets every day. I'm not even joking around, man. And you see, the beautiful part about it, and look, it took me a long time to find and make sure that, crap's legit, make sure that, you're going to get something on your money. Look, the people that are unhappy with Genesis Mining are the folks that didn't necessarily want to have a real investment into Bitcoin. These are folks that, put in about $40, $50 and thought they were going to, I thought they were going to turn it into like $10,000 or whatever the case might be. What you're going to have to do, folks, and like I was alluding to earlier, what you should do so that you can continuously make more and more money mining through the cloud, specifically through Genesis Mining, because they are legit. What you're going to do is you're going to invest in a 2-year contract. And then after about 2 months, because as I stated, remember that the mining power tends to go down as more and more people get onto the cryptocurrency mining network. What you want to do is you want to take what you've mined for 2 months or 3 months with the Genesis Mining contract. You want to take that and you want to reinvest it in more hashing power on top of your hash power that you purchased 3 months prior. And if you continue this strategy, and not to mention diversify your mining allocation, you can make some serious capital with Genesis mining. And that is where the trick is, folks. That is where the trick is with mining in the cloud. Now, I know this is a very, very long and very long-winded, complex introduction into a variety of different capacities of cryptocurrency mining, but in my view, based on the prices and based on everything that I have gathered, cloud mining seems to be the way to go. It seems to be cheap. I mean, I purchased I think I purchased about a $900. I think I'm mining Ethereum and I'm mining Dash. Dash coin was about a $500 one. Ethereum was at about 900, 8 and change. And I mean, I'm just, that's a 2-year contracts, man. That's just going to continue for 2 goddamn years, man. 2 goddamn years. And not to mention, it's just, I think it's a better plan. I think that for 2 years, and I invested almost 900, and what I'm going to do is for the Ether, I'm going to take in the next 2 months, 3 months, whatever I've accumulated through mining, reinvest it into more hash power onto Ether, same with Dash, so that we can continue to keep up with the mining potential, if not increase the mining potential, so that you can continue to mine these sons of bitches, man. I mean, I believe that cryptocurrency is a great long-term investment, and at the current prices that is at Genesis Mining right now, I think it's the best deal for anyone who wants to get into mining. That's serious, that believes that, look, I want to invest serious into cryptocurrency. I want to diversify. This is more of a long-term play. But remember, folks, take a look at the prices of these cryptocurrencies right now. They are at the beginning of the biggest increase that we're about to see because more and more people are becoming aware of cryptocurrency. Take a look at any chart on any cryptocurrency for the past several years. And right now, each and every cryptocurrency is moving up and up and up. So, in my view, I think right now is the time to strike if you want to make some profits in this market, okay? Now that I've gotten over mining, let's just say you're somebody that really doesn't still understand cryptocurrency, doesn't understand anything, doesn't want to spend any money. You've got more time than money, right? Let's say I've got more time than money, Ghost. You know, can I get like cryptocurrency doing something else? I mean, come on. I got more time than money. Well, let's just say this. Let's say you got more time than money. Well, here's something called a Bitcoin faucet is what they call these things. Now, let me go ahead and retweet this. Now, what this is, folks, is this is a cryptocurrency faucet in which they give a very small fraction of Bitcoin absolutely free every 5 minutes. And there is no catch. I mean, the only catch is that you got to look at advertisements if you're waiting for the 5 minutes. And that's pretty much the catch. I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, take a look right now on my Twitter account. I just retweeted. Take a look and click that link right there. It's very easy. All you got to do is just, I'm doing this as we speak. Every 5 minutes I'm clicking, getting free Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin here. And on top of which, what you want to do when you're doing this, pay attention to every 5 minutes below, once you've claimed, you know, your 5-minute Bitcoin little fraction, what you want to do is look below that because there's bonuses. You understand? There's bonuses, and you want to go and capture those bonuses so that you can increase your potential every 5 minutes. Because there's bonuses in there, folks, where, I mean, you can get, higher rates of free cryptocurrency. And basically all this is just taking the time to do it. That's all it is. I mean, let's say you don't want to spend any money, you're poor, whatever the case might be. Now, there are other Bitcoin faucets, folks, but I warn you, I am going to give people Bitcoin faucets every single day because what I'm doing is researching which ones are safe and which ones aren't. Because there's a lot of Bitcoin faucets out there, folks, that literally are just there with browser hacks, all kinds of nefarious crap. So, I mean, that's all there is to it. I'm just saying, if you got more time than money, then that's the way to do it, in my view. That's the way to do it. And I will give every day a new kind of Bitcoin faucet that's safe, legit, no viruses, no kind of malware, none of that crap. All right, so everybody can go and get their own damn Bitcoins, man. I mean, listen, if you don't want to get into it, and you have to have a wallet. You have to have a wallet because, you got to send these Bitcoins somewhere. They got to have a wallet. But if you got more time than money, this is the way to do it. It's just click, every 5 minutes click, every 5 minutes click. That's all you're doing. I mean, you're exposed to some ads or some crap. Big deal. You're getting free Bitcoin, for Christ's sake, man. I'm not even joking around. It's beautiful. That's what I'm telling you. What are you doing? They're just sitting there. Do something, man. Anyway, with that being said, folks, I mean, those are a few ways to obtain cryptocurrency on your own. And to be honest with you, I'm going to give you more and more ways to obtain cryptocurrency in a variety of different capacities. All you got to do is stay tuned to the True Capitalist Radio Show, first hour, every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's go ahead and get to the cryptocurrency markets anyway, shall we? Now, folks, we have a mixed bag in the cryptocurrency markets at this point in time, but we're seeing a lot of green, seeing some contractions in Ethereum, but I think everybody right now is trying to cash out on Ethereum, just like they cashed out on Bitcoin last week. We saw a downturn on Bitcoin. Now it's coming up on the come up. I see this pretty positive day today in the cryptocurrency market, so let's go ahead and get to it. Bitcoin, like I said, last week we saw it down. It was down, what was it, 1,000? Like maybe 1,050, 1,043. Well, today, folks, it is up. Well, let me go ahead and get to the symbol. BTC is the symbol for Bitcoin. BTC, current market capitalization is $18.6 billion. Current circulating supply is 16.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone up 3.84%. Current price for Bitcoin, BTC, current price is $1,145.08 per Bitcoin. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. I mean, even Bill Gates is saying that nothing can stop Bitcoin, nothing can stop cryptocurrency. This could be the future. I mean, it's unbelievable. I like it. I like where this is going. Let's get to Ethereum, folks. Symbol ETH. Now, I like Ethereum, and there's a reason why I am mining Ethereum, and I like Ethereum for a long-term play. The reason is because it adds a different capacity to Bitcoin, to the cryptocurrency that Bitcoin doesn't have. It has the capacity of you to make a contract of two different parties via the cryptocurrency, so that both parties have to agree at some point that the contract, the virtual contract, was fulfilled, so that both parties can exchange goods and services. Meaning this: unlike Bitcoin, if you send somebody Bitcoin right now, like right now, if I said, "Hey, come send me Bitcoin and I'll give you this," you can send me the Bitcoin, and I could be a jerk and not send you anything, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. And that's a flaw in Bitcoin. That's why you've got a lot of third-party people that are trying to use and integrate Bitcoin so that they can be the third-party transactors of the Bitcoin transaction via e-commerce. Ethereum, on the other hand, has the ability for one to be able to make some kind of a contract, virtual contract agreement via the cryptocurrency prior to the exchange of goods and services, so that, the money will only be released if the parties agreed that services were rendered. So this is a very interesting key component. I tweeted a article on this. Let me see if I can find it on my Twitter account, in which they discuss this in detail, that it could not only overtake Bitcoin per se, it could also overtake Uber. I mean, and all these other third-party transactors. Because why do we need third-party transactors? So that, both parties are safe from the transaction. And meanwhile, the people in the middle of the transaction making millions. I mean, look at Uber. Look at Uber, for Christ's sake. Here it is. Let me go ahead and retweet this. Ethereum cryptocurrency could take over Bitcoin and Uber. And I said, read how Ethereum is a good long-term investment. I believe it's a good long-term investment based upon that capacity alone, in my view. All right, let's continue going here. Ethereum, ETH, once again, I like it. It is down, though, folks, but once again, it's a very volatile market in these cryptocurrency markets. I'm a long-term investor on Ethereum. It is down. Oh, let me get to the market cap. Jesus Christ, I'm getting ahead of myself. Market capitalization is at $4 billion. Current circulating supply is about 90 million Ethereum cryptocurrency in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone down 8.11%. Closing out Ethereum, symbol ETH. Current price, $45.32 per Ethereum cryptocurrency. $45.32 Ethereum. Let's get to Dash Coin, shall we, folks? Dash, symbol DASH, Dash. Current market capitalization for Dash Coin is at about $443 million. Current circulating supply is at about 7.2 million in circulation of Dash Coin. Once again, in the past 24 hours, it has gone up 1.14. Now, we had seen a decrease in Dash Coin last week. Now we're seeing a rise. You see how volatile these markets are? Very volatile because there's low volume, yet buyers are in the market. So you're going to see this type of fluctuation. Anyway, in the past 24 hours, it has gone up 1.14%. Current price for Dash Coin, symbol DASH, current price is $61.49 per Dash Coin. All right, let's continue going, all right? We've got Litecoin. Litecoin has seen a dramatic increase within the past weekend. Has anybody seen the chart on Litecoin? Good God. Litecoin, folks, symbol LTC, current market capitalization is at $420 million. Current circulating supply is at about 50.5 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone up 8.39%. Current price for Litecoin, symbol LTC, current price $8.32 per Litecoin cryptocurrency. Let's get to the Monero. The Monero, symbol XMR, current market capitalization for the Monero is $295 million. Current circulating supply of the Monero is 14.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, the Monero has gone up 0.88%. Current price for the Monero, symbol XMR, current price $20.70 per Monero cryptocurrency. Let's get to Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC. Current market capitalization for Ethereum Classic is $236 million. The current circulating supply is 90 million in circulation of Ethereum Classic. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum Classic has gone down 1.44% decrease. Current price for Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC, current price $2.61 per Ethereum Classic cryptocurrency. Let's get to Zcash, another one that I'm mining as well. Zcash, current market, the symbol on Zcash is ZEC. ZEC. Current market capitalization for Zcash is $66 million. The current circulating supply for Zcash is now over 1 million, folks. It's just barely over 1 million Zcash in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Zcash has gone up 2.37%. Zcash, symbol ZEC, current price is $65.02 per Zcash cryptocurrency. Now, let's see, who else do we have here? We've got BitConnect. BitConnect, symbol BCC. Current market capitalization for BitConnect is $26 million. The current circulating supply for BitConnect is almost at 6 million in circulating supply. In the past 24 hours, BitConnect has gone up 9.35% increase. Current price for BitConnect, BCC, current price $4.46 per BitConnect cryptocurrency. Let's continue going, shall we? We've got Bitcoin Dark, which saw a dramatic increase last week. Bitcoin Dark, symbol BTCD. The current market cap for Bitcoin Dark is at about $10.6 million. $10.6 million. The current circulating supply for Bitcoin Dark is 1 million. Actually, that's 1.3 million. 1.3 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone down, folks. 10.23% decrease on the day for Bitcoin Dark. The current price for Bitcoin Dark, symbol BTCD, current price $8.23 per Bitcoin Dark cryptocurrency. We've got Zcoin, folks. Zcoin, symbol XZC. Current market capitalization for Zcoin is $8.9 million. The current circulating supply for Zcoin is 1.8 million in circulating supply. In the past 24 hours, Zcoin has gone up 10.61% increase on the day. Current price for Zcoin, symbol XZC, current price $4.93 per Zcoin. Let's get to NovaCoin, folks. NovaCoin, symbol NVC. NVC. Current market capitalization for NovaCoin is $4.7 million. The current circulating supply for NovaCoin is 1.7 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone up 8.94%. Current price for NovaCoin, symbol NVC, current price $2.79 per NovaCoin. And let's get last but not least, Z Classic. It's another one that I've been saying I liked, folks, and it's been going up. Z Classic, symbol ZCL, ZCL. The current market capitalization for Z Classic is $2.5 million. The current circulating supply for Z Classic is 829,000 Z Classic in circulation. 829,000. In the past 24 hours, Z Classic has gone up 5.58% increase on the day. Current price for Z Classic, all right, symbol ZCL, current price $3.08 per Z Classic cryptocurrency. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the equities and commodities markets in the United States, folks. All right, once again, I'm just planting seeds out here. I want people to partake in the cryptocurrency revolution that's happening right before our very eyes, folks. And I hope that you're taking part in it. I hope that you're not just sitting there. I'm giving you ample opportunities. I'm giving you ample knowledge on you to be able to capitalize on what's about to happen in this market, man. I'm not even joking around. I hope that you heed the call, all right? Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the equities markets, folks. Flat today in the markets, to say the least. And the reason there's a lot of flat activity going on, because once again, low volume. Secondly, there were some numbers that came out on automobile sales that, it wasn't really positive for the economy, to say the least. So there was a lot of reasons that we saw equities flat today. But that just seems to be the story of equities markets. It's just low volume, no activity, a bunch of crap. It's just blah, man. It's just blah. Anyway, let's get to the Dow Jones Industrial. Dow Jones Industrial is down today 13.01 points, a percentage decrease of 0.06%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrial at 20,650.21 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. All right, I'm just waiting for this damn thing to crash. But once again, folks, when you have low volume, and the only people participating in this market are the Wall Street idiots and the machines. Now, for you folks that are unaware, once again, there are actual autonomous machines trading every single day in the market. As a matter of fact, I personally believe that there's more machines that are actually trading in the market than human beings. And I'm talking about the equities market. Now, with that being said, folks, and I don't want to get into the machine thing. I've already told people, you know, hey, this is what happens. There's autonomous machines. They run on algorithms. They trade quantity as opposed to quality. So what the algorithms are looking for are swings as high as 2 or 3 cents. And, man, these machines, they trade so frequently. They trade at rates of a millisecond. Thousands of trades in 1 second. All so that they can get a fraction of a penny. And throughout a day's trading session, after, you know, trying to accumulate all these fractions of a penny, after all these thousands upon thousands of trades per hour, they accumulate a certain level of liquidity, and that's really what's trading in the equities market today, all right? I mean, that's clearly what it is. So with that being said, that's why, in my view, you know, the equities market is kind of meh until the damn thing crashes. And when it crashes, folks, you know, that's when you want to parlay some of the long-term investment that you may be investing in here in the cryptocurrency markets, and then parlay that into the equities market. Because what's going to happen is this. If the equities tank, then the dollar will weaken. Because if the equities tank, everyone's going to be scared of the American economy. So as a result, the price of gold and the price of cryptocurrency are going to go up by default because everyone wants to look. Everyone wants to look for a safety against any potential loss. So that's why right now would be the best time to just, however you get into cryptocurrency, you don't even need to invest that much. I mean, even if you just want to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever and just hold it, all right? Just wait about a year or so and you'll see what I'm talking about, all right? I'm not joking around. You will see what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the S&P because we're running out of time here. We got the S&P 500 down today, 3.88 points, a percentage decrease of 0.16%, closing out the S&P at 2,358.84 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is also down, folks, 17.05 points, a percentage decrease of 0.29%. Closing out the NASDAQ at 5,894.68 points for the NASDAQ composite. Once again, flat, man. I'm telling you, man, there's no type of activity. I would prefer that the market would tank because at least if the market tanks, you can go and short these stocks and be able to make money off the downturn. But this is flat. This sucks. That's why I've been consuming my time actually trading cryptocurrency, and we've talked about trading. I'll get into more depth into cryptocurrency trading, folks, in the coming weeks, or in the coming days, I should say, because it is Monday, because I want everybody to partake in this whole cryptocurrency phenomena. I want everybody to profit, man. I want everybody to profit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just imagine, man. I mean, that's the whole beauty about making people money. They'll never forget you. They'll love you. At least I hope so. If not, then you're a stingy prick. Anyway, energy. Let's get to commodities. Energy. It's a lot of red in energy today, folks. So once again, everything is down. We got WTI sweet crude down today, 35 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.69%. Closing out WTI sweet crude at $50.25 per barrel of WTI sweet crude, barely hovering up that $50 barrel, man, barely. Brent crude also down today, 44 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.82%, closing out Brent crude at $53.09 per Brent crude oil, per Brent barrel of Brent crude oil, excuse me, Jesus Christ. We've got gasoline also down today, 0.46%. We've got natural gas, the feast or famine commodity, down 1.29%. Heating oil also down today, 0.66%. Let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now, we are seeing a little bit of green in the metals today, folks, because of the uncertainty happening in the equities market. So let's go ahead and get to gold, shall we? Gold is up $4.20, a percentage increase of 0.34%, closing out gold at $1,255.40 per troy ounce of gold. Per troy ounce of gold, baby, all right? Let's go ahead and get to silver. Silver is also up 2 cents, a percentage increase of 0.13%, closing out silver at $18.28 per troy ounce of silver. What have I been telling you about these metals, baby? I told you I was bullish on them, and I hope that y'all heeded my call. If not, well, you know, that's why you're over there and I'm over here, all right, whatever. We got copper down today, 1.73%. We've got platinum up today, very modestly, 0.01%. Let's go ahead and get to agriculture, shall we? All right, we're going to run down this really quick here. Let's get to the grains index. A lot of green for down equity and down up. You know what? Who knows? Who cares? These freaking these people on Wall Street are smoking crack. I say it every damn day. And it just proves with the irrational lack of financial fundamental activity that's being conducted by the investment community today. So let's go ahead and get to the grains index, shall we, folks? All right? We're going to go ahead and try to get through this as quick as possible. We got corn up today, 0.96%. Wheat up 0.29%. Oats up 0.56%. Rough rice up 1.77%, soybean down 0.82%, soybean oil down 1.33%, and canola up 0.02%. Let's get to the soft, shall we? We've got cocoa. It is up 0.57%. We've got coffee.
Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude, okay?
Shut up! Anyway, I want to take this time to remind everybody, keep boycotting Starbucks because the CEO stepped down because of our pressure, and this is how we politically protest, all right? As a capitalist, where you spend your money is a political statement. Always remember it. And not to mention boycott McDonald's for that disgusting anti-American tweet against our president, all right? Boycott McDonald's! When I see Ronald McDonald, I'm going to kick him in the balls! Much props to the Hamburglar. Anyway, we've got coffee down today, 1.04%. We've got sugar. Sugar is down 1.31%. Orange juice down 1.91%. Cotton down 2.41%. Lumber down 1.94%. Rubber down 0.8%. And ethanol is up 1.30% increase for ethanol. Last but not least, let's go ahead and get to livestock. Live cattle down today, 0.16%. Cattle feeder down 0.68%. I mean, keep the cheap beef coming, baby. That's all I can get. Get some more cheap beef. And we've got lean hogs down today, folks, 1.62% decrease on the day. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in with me. I'm going to go ahead and get right into the Gab and Twitter shout-outs. And for you folks that aren't aware, all you've got to do is retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live. That's the one you got to tweet right now. True Capitalist Radio Live. If you retweet that tweet, I'll give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. That's what we call this, Twitter shout-outs. Hey, Engineer, do we have any Twitter shout-outs to be had? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs. right now. What's going on? We got Brian Ford, senior lecturer at the MIT Bitcoin and Blockchain tech advisor, White House Nicaraguan phone. Hey, what's going on to this guy? How you doing? Glad you're listening. We got Sahan Hajazad. How you doing, man? Rook of Trumpin. We've got, I'm not going to sell that. I'm going to say that name for Christ's sake. Once again, retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live, and I'll give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. We've got the Green Leader in the house. We've got, I'm not going to say that name, boy. We've got Laggett. We've got Wagon 1, Ghost 0. Look, I don't want to talk about last Friday and falling off the wagon and all that other stuff. Look, I'm trying to stop drinking again. All right, I'm stopping the drinking again. I haven't drank yesterday. I haven't drank today. I'm not going to drink, so shut up! Anyway, we got, I'm not going to say that stupid name for Christ's sake, man. We've got Montag. What's going on to Mark Montag, for Christ's sake? We've got the Antifa Butter Crew. Yeah, real funny, you stupid moron. Shekels down by 6 million%. Yeah, real funny. Real swift, you idiot. Shut up! We got Metro 2017. Yeah, I already knew you idiots were going to go do this. I knew you were going to do this crap. We've got the Norwegian capitalists in the place. We've got I Get Down with Ghost. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean, for Christ's sake? Anyway, we got Dr. Bristle. We got Ghost Ain't Crap. Yeah, that's why you're listening to me, Milky Liquor. We've got the Brony Network in the house. Agent Odd Eyes. Rick and Morty Coin. What the hell is that? Rick and Morty Coin. Welcome home, Hardy Boys. Yeah, I heard WrestleMania. I heard that The Undertaker. Rest in peace. That guy is his last match, and it should be, man. How long has that guy been freaking wrestling? Since like 1975 or some kind of crap like that? I'm not joking. Hey, man, he used to wrestle out here in Texas back in like the late 70s, early 80s. His name was Mark Callis. I think that was his name. Mark Callis. I mean, and this guy, anyway, I don't want to get into freaking wrestling. This ain't a wrestling show, for Christ's sake. Anyway, who else we got here? We got the, I'm not saying these sick names, man. What's going on to Pipes? How you doing, Pipes? We've got St. Splattersburg. Oh, Jesus. Son of a bitch. Look, I knew you idiots were going to go there. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. But you see, I don't know. Look, this is what I get for trying to make the goddamn show a little interactive. That's all I'm saying. That's what I get. That's what I get. Trying to make the goddamn show a little interactive out here, for Christ's sake. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. You know what, just for that, I'm going to claim my freaking free Bitcoin. It's already been 5 minutes. I'm claiming my Bitcoin. Go screw yourselves, all right? You guys want to be a bunch of stupid dumbasses that want to sit here and try to besmirch me and besmirch my show. You besmirch these nuts, all right? I don't appreciate this goddamn crap one bit. Jesus Christ, this is what I get. This is what I get for allowing an interaction with the show and the people that are listening. This is what I get. Anyway, we got Supa in the place. What's going on to Supa? Who else we have here? We got Leha. What's going on to Leha? We've got Metal Capitalist in the house. Sell coffee filter merch. Yeah, real funny, freaking idiot. How about Edgar Raines in the place? We've got Ben Shapiro versus Ghost. Are you kidding me? I would make Ben Shapiro look like a mental cuck midget. Are you?
Hi, I'm Ben Shapiro. You know, I'm going to talk a little bit about liberals, and I don't really like liberals. I mean, Oy vey, shut it down.
I mean, give me a break, all right? What's going on to Ruhr? How you doing, man? We've got huffing capitalist. Man, hey, you're lucky I'm not in Australia. They're distilling. I'd go over there and have an intervention with you. You shouldn't be huffing paint, man. We got Sergeant Yoda in the place. Chunky chicken choker. Are you kidding me? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm only going to take a couple of more of these damn Twitter shout-outs, and that's it, for Christ's sake, man. These are getting sick. Anyway, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you're not retweeting the first tweet on my Twitter account to get a Twitter shout-out, or my Gab account, then I don't know what you're doing. All right, the Gab and Twitter account is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Look, I'm only going to take a couple more of these Twitter shout-outs, and then we're moving the hell on to something else, all right? Then we're moving the hell on to something else, because I know that you morons are just going to be sitting there acting like a bunch of fruity butt monkeys, man. I know what you're doing. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have going on over here? How about, once again, retweet the tweet that says True Capitalist Radio Live. What's going on to Jacob? How you doing, man? We've got Takumi Capitalist, whoever the hell that is. Saint Maverick in the house. We've got Dorito Burrito. Unmasked Ghost. Yeah, shut up, you stupid moron, all right? How about paintball in Russia? Oh, man, come on, man! Stop it! We got Xbox is real work. Death to the liver, asshole. Shut up, man. You know what? And look at this. Look at this. Poseidon versus Hambonio. Russia is the bomb. Igor Bogdanov. I mean, that's enough. Jesus Christ. That's enough. Enough of these sick-ass names, man. I'm going over to Gab now. I'm going over to Gab right now. If you want a Gab shout-out, then repost or like the first post on my Gab account at Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscore. Give me the mic. Repost or like the post on my Gab account. And, of course, the Gab account is Politics Ghost, all right? Who do we got here? We've got Circus Monkey Raiden, whatever the hell that means, for Christ's sake. We got TCC Capitalist. We've got Teenage Mutant Peter Poppers. Teenage Mutant Peter Poppers. Ah, jeez, man. Viet Drunken Nam. Shut up! You all shut up about Viet fucking Nam! Look, shut up, all right? All of you just shut your stupid mouth. Shut your stupid mouth about Vietnam. Man, I'm telling you, man, I guess you people want me to shit can these goddamn freaking shout-out segments, man, because you people are pissing me off. Give me the damn mic. Freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. Good God, man. We got Sergeant Yoda in the house. Going on to Michael May. Chris Hyde in the house. Gabe Voorhees. We've got lost brain and beer and rice patties. Fuck. Shut up! Just shut up! Look, man, I'm warning you, man. Enough, man. Enough of this, man. I've had enough. I'm not even joking around. I've had enough of you people. Good God, man. Give me the freaking mic. Give me the mic. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, this is what we gotta put up with on a consistent basis, man. Jesus Christ, man. Who else? We got Miss African Booty Scratcher. Really, you stupid moron? Anyway, we got Sergeant Capitalist. What's going on? Silent Capitalist. We got St. Petersburg Blasphemy. What the hell does that mean? We got Lightning Note in the house. We've got Brain Dead Distilling. Whatever the hell. I don't know who the hell that is. We got Ed Plus in the house. We got Lego Fan 420. We got the Martyr Slip and Slide and Beer. Look, man, look, shut up, all right? Just shut your stupid, stinking, smelly salmon hole already. Just shut up. Jesus Christ, man. We got Vetaforum Wars in the house. What's going on at Vetaforum Wars, for Christ's sake? Raiden Teacher's Pet. You know what? Go shove it up your ass. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this crap. Go shove it up your pooper. I'm not doing any more of these Twitter shout-outs like this anymore. Go shove it up your ass. Just like everything else, people ruin everything. People ruin everything. Good God. Give me the mic. Son of a bitch. I mean, it's very hard to continue to do the broadcast after Twitter shout-outs. I want to be completely honest with you, all right? It's very hard to continue to conjure up the damn motivation to continue to do this broadcast when you've got a bunch of sick, twisted, perverted trolls like this that are just going to sit here and besmirch the seriousness of the show. This show is serious business, man. Good God. Look, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go move on with the broadcast, all right? I'm not going to sit here and continue to appease you freak shows that are out here that are just trying to just besmirch my show and get me angry. So with that being said, let me just calm my ass down and let's move on with the broadcast because we've got a lot of serious subject matters to talk about here today. A lot of different serious subject matters that we've got to talk about here today. Now, the first and foremost I'd like to talk about is the news that has come out that the person behind the unmasking of the President of the United States, then presidential nominee Donald Trump, the unmasking of Trump and his campaign's communications was none other than Obama's UN ambassador, Susan Rice. Susan Rice. It all comes clear now, doesn't it, folks, huh? Susan Rice has now been confirmed, according to Bloomberg News, as the unmasking source of the Trump surveillance, wiretapping, whatever you want to discuss it. Now, folks, I've talked about this subject matter many a time already. I've discussed what all this unmasking bit is all about, what the complexities of the bureaucratic law is about, all that crap. But let me explain it one more again, just in case people don't understand what the hell the whole term unmasking is. Okay? Now, first and foremost, folks, it is legal, believe it or not, for the intelligence community to be able to listen in to any communication that you have with anyone outside of the United States of America. Now, there is a caveat with that particular legality in that the intelligence community can only listen in to the foreign incoming communication. They can't legally listen to you in the United States without going to a secret court called the FISA court. That's F-I-S-A, the FISA court. And they have to go to the FISA court so that they can get a warrant to unmask the other side of the communication intercepted by the intelligence community. Now, with that being said, folks, I had made the suggestion, or I had made the assertion, I should say, many a time, that the Obama administration went above this law and unmasked the communications between Trump and whoever Trump and his campaign were talking to as it pertained to any foreign dignitaries or any kind of foreign communication. Now, why is this important? It's important, folks, because it proves that the Obama administration broke the law. They broke the law, and to be completely honest with you, Susan Rice, Natalie Jarrett, this idiot Loretta Lynch, Barack Obama, Eric Holder, all these people need to be thrown in jail. And this also includes the individuals who were surveying Trump, who intercepted Donald Trump and his campaign's communications. This goes to, just clean house of corruption is what we need to do. And folks, Susan Rice, being the one who was the unmasker of the communication, proves that this Obama administration was completely rogue and thought that they were completely above the law. And it's no coincidence, folks, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that Barack Obama is in the French Polynesian Islands trying to avoid extradition because he knows that he's in some serious trouble, and that if he comes to the United States or leaves French Polynesia or goes to another country that has U.S. extradition, the probability of him going to jail is very, very high. And this goes to show you, folks, that the Barack Obama administration was the most treasonous, anti-American presidency in American history. Literally, this man is a black mark on American history, no pun intended. And folks, where is the mainstream media on this? How come they're not covering that Susan Rice, the UN ambassador for the Barack Obama administration, was the source of unmasking the communications with Trump and his campaign? Where's the media at this? Where is the coverage? I'll tell you something right now. Susan Rice is actually married to an executive producer to ABC. So when these mainstream media idiots talk about anonymous sources, it all comes clear who the anonymous source was leaking the information, given the fact that we have Susan Rice, who Bloomberg News said and confirmed that she unmasked illegally the communications and the surveillance of Donald Trump and his campaign, okay? Her husband is an executive producer for ABC. And, of course, ABC has the Sunday show with none other than Clinton operative George Stephanopoulos. Don't we forget that George Stephanopoulos was the Karl Rove of Bill Clinton's campaign during his first stint in the White House? And now we're just supposed to pretend that this stupid little 5'3" little twerp has some kind of non-biased journalistic integrity, for Christ's sake? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. And according to this report here, it seems as if, what is this? It seems as if Barack Obama is now at the Marlon Brando estate in the French Polynesia Islands right now. And let me go ahead and retweet the Marlon Brando estate. This is where he is at this point in time. Let me go ahead and tweet out this. I'm tweeting out a couple of tweets right now by the Marlon Brando estate saying it's an ultimate guest of honor. The treasonous president of the United States. What a guest of honor. Let me tell you something. If there is anyone with any integrity out here in the world, they would do an arrest on Barack Obama right now. I'm not even joking around. This man needs to be arrested. He is thumbing his nose at America. He's played the country of America, and he's laughing about it. He's laughing about it. And I'm telling you this right now, folks, it's the tide's turning. Mr. and Mrs. Joe Sixpack in America is starting to wake up and realize that, wait a minute, maybe Barack Obama wasn't that make me feel good in the pants president. Maybe all he did was mouth off outright lies, and instead what he did was kamikaze the country into damn near oblivion. Folks, that's why we're here in Trump America today. We're here in Trump America today because this idiot asshole, Barack Obama, literally destroyed our country, and that's why the going phrase for Trump's administration and Trump's campaign was "Make America Great Again." And why wasn't America great now? Because of Barack Obama turning it into a goddamn junkyard America hellhole, where you've got 96, 97 million able-bodied people out of work, where you've got almost 50 million people collecting food stamps, when you've got no more full-time work. No more full-time work because this idiot and his economic sabotage of health care called Obamacare. You know, that's why there's no more full-time work, folks, all right? Because in Obamacare, the employer is mandated to pay for their employees' insurance. And you see with all the high rates, folks, that, you know, if the employer is going to have to pay $500-600 plus a month for their employees' insurance, that's just not cost-effective. I mean, that's just not economically viable, for Christ's sake. In some instances, the labor is worth almost as much as the damn coverage. So that's why you don't see full-time work anymore, folks. That's why you see nothing but 38-hour jobs, 35-hour jobs, because of Obamacare. It's economic sabotage by this disgusting, despicable affirmative action president, because that's what Obama was. He was a goddamn affirmative action president. And why do I say that? Well, do y'all remember when this son of a bitch was running for president, was nominated? Everybody was like, oh, vote for him for president, and there won't be any more racial division. Oh, if Barack Obama's president, oh, he's going to bring the country together. Remember that crap in 2008? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Change. Yes, we can. Look what he did. Look at what he did. This is why anybody who truly wants to make America great again, anybody who's truly an American patriot, anybody who truly loves the Americana way that was America, you need to realize that this man, Barack Obama, is a treasonous asshole. Why do you think he's held up in French Polynesia? He knows he committed treason. This stupid two-faced son of a bitch knows he committed treason. And he's smiling at everybody. What have I always told you about this guy? What have I always told you? I said this guy was a goddamn psychopath, didn't he? Didn't I always say he was a psychopath that could care less about all the damage he's causing upon all the people? And if you want my personal opinion, it goes back to his childhood, boy. It goes back to the child. Isn't that what Sigmund Freud always said? It all goes back to the childhood. I think that this man was so resentful at everything that he was ever involved in his life. He was resentful for the fact that he had to palate that Barack Obama Sr., this blacker than black African, was his father, okay? When in actuality, everyone knew that Frank Marshall Davis, the devout communist, the pornographer, was this guy's father. And then he had to palate the fact that his mother, for a lack of a better term, was, a whore. She did pornographic material. If you don't believe me, Dreams of My Real Father, the documentary by Joel Gilbert, exposes all. He's got the pictures of his mother in Betty Page bondage outfits with another woman. I'm not even joking around, folks. This is what's in the mind of a Barack Obama, and that's why this guy has no problem hurting America, hurting people, hurting his own black people. Who was the victim of the Barack Obama administration truly? Huh? It was the black folks. It was the black folks who are now at a high rate of poverty. It was the black folks who are now at a high rate of broken homes. It was the black folks who are now at the highest rate of criminality, at the highest rate of imprisonment. And this happened under a supposed black president. This happened under a supposed black president. So that's why I'm saying, folks, right now, that's why Barack Obama's on the run. He knows he committed treason. It's all coming back around to haunt him. And this son of a bitch better be he needs to be caught. He needs to be caught, and we need to bring him back to America, and we need to put him in front of the world for being the treasonous, disgusting, anti-American president piece of trash that he was. And we have a Nuremberg-type trial for this asshole and his administration, and put it on for all the world to see. Scumbag, man. I tell you, anybody who still is backing up Barack Obama after all this, you're an anti-American scumbag, and as far as I'm concerned, you deserve a free helicopter ride, as far as I'm concerned. If you're going to still back up this treasonous piece of anti-American crap, Barack Obama, then you deserve free helicopter rides, Pinochet style, and I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Once again, folks, Obama's United Nations ambassador, Susan Rice, was the person who illegally unmasked Donald Trump and his campaign's communications when the deep state was illegally tapping his towers, his phone lines, every one of his campaign's phones, so on and so forth. All right? So where's the lamestream media on this story? And secondly, why aren't the media, why isn't everybody calling for the arrest of Barack Obama, the arrest of Susan Rice, the arrest of Loretta Lynch, the arrest of Valerie Jarrett, the arrest of Eric Holder, the arrest of all these treasonous scumbags? They committed treason! They committed treason! Just think about this just 1 second, and then I'll move on to another subject matter. This was a sitting president in Barack Obama who had under surveillance a presidential candidate from the opposing party. Can you get any more Nicolas Maduro BS, communist, totalitarian, disgusting filth crap than that? This asshole, Barack Obama, and his administration put in jeopardy the very foundations of the integrity of our institution. This asshole, I'm telling you, deserves to be thrown in prison at the very least. But in my personal opinion, I think that this man, as well as many in his administration, deserve the fullest extent of the treasonous punishment capacity, and we all know what that is. So many people have suffered, and so many people have died, and so many people have just completely withered themselves of their potential because of this man being a president and this man making anti-American, unconstitutional laws. So I'm calling right now we need to, anybody who ever sees Obama, anybody who is on the French Polynesian Islands, slap the cuffs on this guy. And I'm not even joking around. Put cuffs on you, cuffs on him, and saying, I'm not going anywhere until this guy is extradited to America so he can face a trial of treason. You are a treasonous bastard, Obama. And anybody who still supports this man, you're an anti-American piece of crap. You're an anti-American piece of trash that should have your head examined. So that's why I'm saying, folks, I'm not joking around when I say this. I mean, it's all coming out. The truth is all coming out. I told you this truth weeks ago, didn't I? Didn't I say that it was Barack Obama surveying the goddamn White House? Didn't I say all this about the unmasking prior to all this unraveling out into the lamestream media? The prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again and again and again and again, folks. That's why people listen to this broadcast. They listen to this broadcast because literally when I say something, within 2 or 3 days, it's all over the goddamn media. I give you the straight political dope, baby. The straight political dope. And that's all there is to it, man. That's why, that's why people listen to this broadcast. And once again, ever since I've made the transition of lowering the amount of time that we spend on radio graffiti and all these other little troll-type activities, the ratings have gone up the roof. The ratings for this show have never been better. I'm not even joking around. And the reason is because people listen to this broadcast to hear the truth. The truth! That's why they listen to this broadcast. Anyway, folks, once again, let me move on to another subject matter. Once again, Obama's UN ambassador, Susan Rice, was the person who illegally unmasked Donald Trump and his campaign's communication. And it's just further proof that the Obama administration needs to be brought to trial. And Barack Obama himself needs to be brought to justice. And they need to be put on trial in front of America. It should be televised for all to see so everybody can see the disgusting filth that this disgusting, despicable psychopath truly is, and all the truth comes out. I can't wait. I hope this happens. I guarantee you, if we can't get to Barack Obama, then arrest that tranny goddamn wife of his. All right? I even say arrest his daughters if necessary. I'm not even joking around. I'm not even kidding around. This is that serious. All right, what Barack Obama has done is that serious. He has jeopardized the integrity of our institutions, and I think that is dangerous. I think it's dangerous. It's dangerous. So with that being said, let me go ahead and move on to another subject matter. And speak of another subject matter, let's talk a little bit about how the current president of the United States, Donald Trump, is slowly undoing all of Obama's policies, man. Oh, man, winning. I don't know if you've heard the latest numbers as far as refugees coming into the country, folks, all right? There was 2,070 refugees that arrived in the United States in March. That's a 54% drop from February, and even in February from the previous January, it was another 50% drop. So once again, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is coming through with what he campaigned on. He's coming through with what he promised, and I appreciate the man. I appreciate the man that he's coming through and he's doing what he said he was going to do. And for you folks that are going to say, well, he didn't do health care. Health care wasn't very good. Well, let me explain something to you. This past weekend, Donald Trump was on the golf course with one Rand Paul. Rand Paul. That's right, folks, the man who led the Freedom Caucus in opposing this ridiculous Ryan Care. And they went out, I think they hit 18, and Rand Paul said after the golf game that he's confident now that Donald Trump and he can craft some level of health care reform that will be suitable for most, if not all, the Republicans in the House. Now, let me tell you what this means. This means this. If Rand Paul can pull together the Republican Party to gather around a legislation that is health care reform, and it's a true repeal of Obamacare, and if they're going to reform health care, it's going to be to the capacity in which all Republicans will be on board, especially those in the Freedom Caucus who were in opposition because Ryan Care was nothing more than Obamacare light. All right? I mean, and let's be honest. I mean, Ryan Care was nothing more than 66 pages. That's all they did. They just revised 66 pages out of the 4,000-page document that was the Affordable Care Act. That was Ryan. That was his remedy. That's what he thought was what a bureaucrat that guy, man. What a sick bureaucrat this guy. Jesus Christ, man. But now that Rand Paul and Donald Trump were on the links, talking a little bit of shop, talking a little bit about health care, I'm starting to believe that maybe we're going to get a little second round at health care, and if Rand Paul can pull the Republican Party together, and he can get them all, if not most, on board to where they can pass health care, then I believe Rand Paul, by default, becomes Speaker of the House. I'm not even joking, folks, all right? I'm not even joking. Because right now we've got Paul Ryan, who is completely incompetent, a complete loser. He has done nothing as Speaker of the House, especially when Barack Obama was in power. This asshole Paul Ryan just allowed a blank check whenever Obama wanted to initiate some crap, man. This guy is a piece of trash. He needs to be removed as Speaker of the House. I'm sick of Paul Ryan, man. He is completely disconnected with the regular, everyday American people. That's why I'm going to pull for Rand Paul on this one. And look, I wasn't a very big fan of his father, Ron Paul. But I'm going to be honest, Rand and Ron, a little bit different caveats. I mean, same line of liberty and constitutionalism, but different caveats as it relates to the interpretation of that constitutionalism. I like Rand Paul. I like that he stood up against Ryan Care. I like the fact that he stood up and on principle, not because he was paid by the Koch brothers or any of these other people. It was on principle. He knew that there were no goddamn eliminations of the fines, that the fines were just the authority of enforcing the fines was taken away from the IRS and given to the insurance companies themselves. And not to mention, these damn premiums were going to go up the roof continuously. So once again, folks, I didn't mean to go off on that tirade about health care, but I do believe, all right? I do believe, oh yeah, that's right, he is a senator, my apologies. He could be my majority leader of the Senate, is what I meant to say, excuse me. He could be a Senate majority leader. And the reason is, folks, is because McConnell and Ryan are not gathering the party around anything. They are not gathering around anything. As a matter of fact, Paul Ryan and his attempt at trying to gather around the Republicans was a joke. It was an utter joke. I mean, they didn't even want to have a vote on the bill because it would have been an embarrassment. So once again, I think that this is a move by Rand Paul in leadership. My apologies, I forgot he was a senator. I remember he filibustered with Ted Cruz that one time. Hey, the point is that we need new leadership in the Republican Party, and no one is doing it. No one is coming up and saying anything. I mean, everybody's talking a big loudmouth, blowhard game, but nobody has any kind of bill. And Rand Paul, even though he was in opposition of Ryan Care, he had a bill. He had a bill. And look, I just got a tweet that Paul Ryan's favorite band is Rage Against the Machine. Oh! Rage Against the Machine. That's a commie band. You stupid, ungrateful, silver freaking spoon in the mouth idiot. God damn it, we gotta remove Paul Ryan as freaking House Speaker. God damn it. Damn Paul Ryan. Closet, elected bastard. God damn it, we gotta remove that asshole. He is completely and utterly disconnected from the average, everyday American person. And the proof is in what he passes as policy, in what he passes as legislation, for Christ's sake. Give me the mic. I'm telling you this right now, man. I'm tired of this freaking Paul Ryan. And you want to know why he's House Speaker, folks? Because Mitt Romney picked him for Vice President. All right? All right? Oh. And why did Mitt Romney pick Paul Ryan for Vice President, folks? Because Paul Ryan's brother Tobin worked for Bain Capital. And guess where Mitt Romney made all his money? Bain Capital! Oh! I'm telling you, you got to remove Paul Ryan. Remove that asshole as House Speaker. Remove that bastard. Anyway, before I got on that tirade, I was talking a little bit about how the President of the United States is slowly undoing all of Obama's policies. And one in particular is the refugee policy. We are seeing a decrease in refugee intake since the President has come in and was inaugurated. I did say that last month it was 2,070 refugees arriving in the United States in March, a 54% drop from February, and in February, it was another 50% drop from the previous month. So that's why I'm saying, folks, I'm glad to see Donald Trump come in and basically, clean house. And say, he said what he was going to do. He's doing what he said. I can't believe it, man. And you see, if you go and believe the mainstream media, they'll make you believe that, oh, well, Trump is plummeting in the ratings. Oh, Trump is plummeting in the polls. Oh, Trump is bad. Oh, Trump is thinking about resigning. Trump is this. The mainstream media are the biggest bunch of lying pieces of trash on the face of the planet. You understand? I'm serious. Give me a break. Jesus Christ, man. And I'm glad that Trump is ripping away from the Obama policies, man, because it's the Obama policies that's what's brought us into the current precarious situation that we're in America today. Folks, we got $20 trillion in debt because of this asshole Obama. And I'd like to keep reminding people that Obama, he put on more debt on America's books than every president before Obama combined. Do you understand that? And take a look around you. Do you see that money anywhere in the infrastructure, in the airports, in the railroads? I can go on and on. Where did that money go? I'll tell you where that money went, folks. Stimulus package 2. All right, TARP, omnibus bills. All this crap, man. He basically transferred wealth, the biggest transfer of wealth from the taxpayer to everybody who donated to the campaign contribution account of Barack Obama and the Democrats. And that's an absolute fact. If you don't believe me, I strongly advise everybody, if you want to have some kind of a book report for your political science class or your economics class, well, I think that what you should do is you need to write about how Barack Obama, all right, transferred the biggest amount of wealth in world history from the tax-paying system to everybody who donated his campaign contribution account in Stimulus Package 2. And I'll say this one more again. That if you take a look at everybody right now who is vocal against the president, if you take a look at everybody out now that is trying to sabotage the president, that are calling for civil unrest against the president, that are currently trying to undermine the president, you take a look at everybody who's doing that right now, and take a look at all the people who got paid in Stimulus Package 2. It all comes clear now. It all comes clear now why these people that are so against Donald Trump, why they're so against him. They've got a financially vested interest to do so. I mean, Hollywood, the lamestream media, I can go on and on. All these entities that are coming out publicly against Donald Trump, folks, these folks took major amounts of money from Stimulus Package 2. Millions. So it's no wonder why you've got all these entities out here so loyal to Barack Obama. Why they're so, Barack Obama, he's the greatest, all this and that, all this crap. They're doing so because this is why. These folks believe, and I'm talking like the rich Hollywood folks, some of the elite idiots like Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos, all these people, all of them. The whole reason why they're liberals is because they feel that when liberals get to power, that they will transfer some tax money to their pockets. And that's exactly what Obama did in Stimulus Package 2. And he did that a couple of times, folks, but, does anybody pay attention to this? Does anybody care? What does that song go? Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? That's why y'all are living oblivious, man. This asshole president that we had for 8 years committed treason, and all you people did was just sit there and play with your pecker shaft. God damn it! Jesus Christ! I tried to tell y'all for years. But no, everybody thought it was a big freaking troll, right? Everybody thinks it's a big freaking show. Yeah, well, look who's the joke's on now, huh? Look at America right now. Look around you. Turn around, look around you. Look outside your door. We can't afford to be politically complacent anymore. Do you understand me, folks? We cannot afford to be politically complacent anymore. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. God damn it. Don't you understand? This is a government made for the people and by the people. But if the people fall asleep at the goddamn wheel, folks, we are currently living the consequence of those actions. That's why we have the deep state, the lamestream media, and the political class trying to be an enemy of the people, trying to coerce the people, trying to undermine our president that we elected. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I am talking about. And we can't allow this deep state, the political class, and the lamestream media to coerce us anymore. You have the power of the internet at your fingertips. You can inform yourself. You can news gather. And if you don't, then you are intellectually lazy. If you are still listening to that stupid, disgusting bull-dyke Rachel Maddow or any of those other disgusting, despicable, lying talking heads on the boob tube, then you are intellectually lazy. And if you don't know what's going on, then it's your effing problem. It's your effing problem. So I'm glad we've got the President of the United States slowly undoing the Obama policies. And he's undoing it slowly but surely, folks, but as he's doing it, more and more optimism amongst American people is starting to flourish. more and more optimism in the business community is starting to flourish. More and more optimism in certain areas of the international community is starting to flourish. Because now people are realizing that America is rising up from the ashes of whatever Barack Obama and his treasonous regime was trying to implement on America, and we are now America again. We are now America again. That's why we love America. We want America to flourish. We want us to be the bastions of capitalism once again, not the bastards of capitalism that this disgusting mulatto, Obama, put us in. The bastion of capitalism. That's what America should be, the bastion of capitalism. And by God, what did I tell you about Donald Trump? This man, the manifestation of the capitalist revolution. That's why we are the capitalist right. Thank God. Thank God we have come to power. I'll tell you that right goddamn now. Thank God we have come to power and we have taken state power. We president now! Woo! I can't wait to see Barack Obama on trial. I can't wait to see him in the perp walk. And I can't wait to see him being handed down his sentence for treason. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Anyway, folks, let me move on to another subject matter. Did you all see? Did you all see that Trump welcomed the Egyptian President Sisi to the White House in a reversal of U.S. foreign policy? Now, why is it a reversal of U.S. foreign policy? Well, because, folks, remember the Arab Spring? If you look back in the archive, while everybody was championing the goddamn Egypt revolution, I was the only one on the internet saying that this was going to end badly, that there was no reason for America to be backing up any revolt against Mubarak. As a matter of fact, did y'all hear? They just released Mubarak. And he's out there walking the streets of Egypt. What was the revolution about to begin with, huh? Anyway, folks, the reason I bring up Sisi in Egypt is because, remember, it was Barack Obama that backed up the revolution against Mubarak. And when they removed Mubarak, what governing body did they bring up to act as the new government institution? Who? Who was it? The Muslim Brotherhood. And who was helping the Muslim Brotherhood? Who was giving American taxpayer dollars to the Muslim Brotherhood? Who was actually talking to the Muslim Brotherhood? The Barack Obama administration! Barack Obama's administration was the one that helped bring up the damn Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. It was Barack Obama and his administration that funded the goddamn Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. It was Barack Obama's treasonous ass. And you see, folks, when Mohammed Morsi was the elected Muslim Brotherhood president after the first revolution at Tahrir Square. Y'all remember that? Tahrir Square? Well, after that revolution and the removal of Mubarak, they brought in Mohammed Morsi. And Mohammed Morsi, folks, was found to have communication. You see, this is where they found Morsi, Mohammed Morsi, the newly elected Muslim Brotherhood president. The military found that Mohammed Morsi was committing treason by actually having direct phone communication contact with Zawahiri from Al-Qaeda. Now, if you don't know who Zawahiri is, Zawahiri was the older gentleman with the dot on his head that was the right-hand man of Osama bin Laden. Now that Osama bin Laden is supposedly dead, he's the last remaining Al-Qaeda member who keeps producing all these videos and producing all these Al-Qaeda tapes. Anyway, the Egyptian military had found Mohammed Morsi in communication with Zawahiri. And when they found that communication with him and Zawahiri, the Egyptian military, under the leadership of Sisi, El-Sisi, who is now the president of Egypt, overthrew the Muslim Brotherhood and rounded them all up, executed many of them, and I think Mohammed Morsi is still on trial, but I think they're about to execute him as well, and basically removed these Islamist jihadist freak shows from power. And ever since General Sisi removed the Muslim Brotherhood from Egypt, he put out a warrant for the arrest of Barack Obama, and he put out a warrant for the arrest of Hillary Clinton. So right off the bat, that's why Donald Trump met with Sisi today, and it was a big to-do. He promised and vowed, his devout friendship and his devout backing. I'm talking about Trump to Sisi. Sisi made a comment today stating that this is the first time he had ever been to the United States, let alone the first time he had ever been invited since he was president in 8 years, meaning not one time did Barack Obama bring over any of the dignitaries of Egypt other than the damn Muslim Brotherhood assholes. So Sisi was taking a shot at Obama with that statement that I haven't been invited here in 8 years, and the reason is because Sisi and the damn Egyptian government have a warrant for the arrest of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton for backing up enemies of the state, of their state, Egypt. And I'm talking about Mohammed Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood, man. So that's another country where Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are wanted. I mean, so that's why I'm glad that Donald Trump put Sisi and brought him to the White House and had a very, very nice press junket with this man, because it shows that the direction in which the United States is going is no longer pro-ISIS. Because, folks, whether you're living under a rock or not, Barack Obama and his administration funded and trained ISIS, folks. Now, unfortunately, Michael T. Flynn, the general, when he became a civilian, he did a lot of things that were unethical and maybe illegal as far as lobbying and that sort of thing. But, folks, when he was a general and he was the head of the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency, which is nothing more than the CIA for the Pentagon, he came out and publicly stated that it was Barack Obama that funded, trained, and armed al-Qaeda, and it was his decision. It was Barack Obama's decision to arm, fund, and train ISIS forces. And we talked about this the other day, folks. Remember when I said, why do you think that some poor schmuck out of Texas, some plumber, his truck ended up being out there filmed in the battlefield? What was it, A1 Plumbing or something? The poor bastard had to sue the government or sue somebody on why in the hell his damn truck and his name with his damn phone number, his company's phone number, was doing out there being in the possession of ISIS. Because, folks, our government, via the CIA, we trained and funded these ISIS fighters. So what Donald Trump is basically doing is he is putting the end of this ISIS project. And how he's doing it is he has to kill these fanatical jihadi nut jobs that the CIA induced into doing this disgusting, despicable carnage, which many have said is the equivalent of the Genghis Khan strategy. I mean, that's basically what ISIS was trying to do, a Genghis Khan strategy. Just going in, pillaging, killing, fear, scared. I mean, all the same tactics Genghis Khan used. And many reports, folks, state that a lot of these jihadists that are fighting for ISIS are under the influence of certain narcotics. And that's why a lot of these people, once they are captured, if you take a look at some of the Kurds who have captured some of these ISIS fighters, they begin crying like little bitches. They begin crying, they're scared, I mean, I'm talking bawling, crying, scared. Because, folks, the only way that anyone could be induced to doing such carnage like what ISIS is doing across the Middle East is if somebody is directing, funding, training, and arming these people while at the same time giving them something to motivate them to continuously be disgusting, barbaric freaks. Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to get off on that tirade, but I'm glad Trump welcomed Egypt Sisi to the White House. And I'm glad that we are an ally to Sisi. We let down Mubarak very badly, man, and I thought that was a shame. And it's, Mubarak himself, even though he was somewhat of a dictator, meaning he did not leave office for a long period of time, he was incrementally bringing in the free market and opening up markets for Egypt and trying to bring Egypt into the 21st century. That's why Tahrir Square happened, if you want my personal opinion. Tahrir Square happened was because you put first world technology, first world communications into a third world country. Well, what happened? Somebody in the first world means of communication via Twitter, via Facebook, went out and tweeted and posted, hey, let's all go to Tahrir Square and we're going to protest Mubarak, and yeah, that's basically how it all started. And folks, at the time, I called out the individual who pretty much inspired this whole Tahrir Square incident, a stupid, disgusting Google employee, a Google employee by the name of Wael Ghanem. That's W-A-E-L Ghanem, G-O-N-H-I-M, Wael Ghanem. This was the asshole who helped utilize first world communications and utilize those first world communications into manipulating the third world into a revolution. And I was calling this bastard out on Twitter back then, back in 2010, 2011. I was calling him out. And he didn't want to say a goddamn thing. As a matter of fact, he ignored me. Mr. Egyptian revolutionary ignored me because I was calling him out for being the goddamn instigator of this ridiculous revolution that did nothing but hurt the country. I mean, that's exactly what happened in Egypt. It hurt the country to the point where, look at Egypt now, man. Their gums are still bleeding, for heaven's sake, man. I mean, that's why Sisi has got to come to America, man, and reestablish some things, because this freaking idiot Obama backed up the damn Muslim Brotherhood and screwed up everything for everybody out there in freaking Egypt, man. So anyway, I got to appreciate Donald Trump for reestablishing relations with Egypt. We, as America, owe it to Egypt, unfortunately, because of our previous stupid, dumbass, treasonous president backing up a bunch of wild Yehudis to overtake the country of Egypt. I mean, we owe it to Egypt to back them up at this point in time, for heaven's sake. I'm not even joking around, man. I mean, we owe it to them, man. Look at what we did to their country. Look at what we did to their country, for Christ's sake. Good God. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, I was there when the damn Egyptian revolution happened. I was broadcasting. Everybody, all the lamestream media was acting as if it was a beautiful thing. Y'all remember that?
Oh, look, it's a beautiful thing. Look, Egypt has just made a revolution. Isn't it great?
Meanwhile, when the revolution was happening, y'all remember Lara Logan? That poor blonde a journalist that was out there trying to cover the Tahrir Square revolution? When the revolution happened, this poor broad got freaking gang raped by a bunch of wild Yehudis. She got gang raped by a bunch of wild Yehudis, for crap's sake, man. But no, the Egyptian revolution was a great contribution to human enlightenment, according to the lamestream media at the time, according to all the goddamn talking heads at the time. What a joke. What a joke. You know, I'm ashamed that we actually encouraged these people in Egypt to ruin their own country. 'Cause that's what they did. By bringing in the damn wild Yehudi Muslim Brotherhood, they ruined their country. Now you've got Sisi trying to build it back. Trying to build it back. Anyway, folks, I mean, what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? You can only say so much. I mean, when are people going to realize that this damn Barack Obama screwed up the world, not just this country? All right. Well, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like to remind everybody to please spread it around, spread it around, spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, folks, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter and Gab. Follow me on Twitter and Gab. The Twitter and Gab name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, all right? Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and continue going on with the broadcast here. Let me go ahead and take another couple of Twitter shout-outs, all right? And the reason I want to do this is because I want people to get involved in the cryptocurrency phenomena. So what I'd like for everybody to do is I'd like for everybody here, I'm about to retweet this. Here, retweet this tweet, the first tweet on my Twitter account right now. All right, this one right here, the one that says, can't mine cryptocurrency. I mean, all you got to do is point and click, and you get yourself some goddamn free Bitcoin. It's that simple. If you want a Twitter shout-out, all you've got to do is retweet that tweet, my first tweet on the Twitter account. Can't mine cryptocurrency is the tweet. Let's go ahead and take some Twitter shout-outs right now, all right? What's going on to ND Juicy? What's going on to Young Ghost? Windows and Doors in the house. What's going on to Slave Name? Kevin Cavo. What's going on to CDI Fan? What's going on to the Brody Network? We've got Rockstar in the house. Going on to Rockstar. 727 caller. Sawyer Crouch. Whatever the hell that means. We got Weston Capitalist. What's going on? Who else do we have here? Sergeant Yoda in the place. We've got Having a Blast in Russia. Oh, come on, man. We've got Citizen Know Nothing. We've got Exara Hawks. We've got Rodney Dangerfield. Somebody named Bitcoin Millionaire in the house. We got Pro Honky in the place. We got Bernardo. We got Distilling Paint Review. Let's not go there, please. Come on. We got Surprising Fly in the house. Supa in the place. What's going on? Ghost the Drunk Clown. Yeah, shut up, you moron, all right? Shut up. Yeah, I got your drunk clown right here there, boy. I got your goddamn drunk clown. Let's see who else we have here. We got Send in the Ghosts, whatever the hell that means. We got Susan Rice Patty. You son of a bitch. Shut up! Shut up! Freaking Susan Rice Patty! Susan Rice Patty! All right, I'm going to take a couple more, and that's it. Give me the mic. I'm only going to take a couple more, and that's it. I'm not going to continue to do this kind of crap. I'm not going to continue to do this kind of crap. Anyway, we've got, I'm not going to say that name. We got, you stupid morons. We've got Gabe Voorhees, Corn Blaster in the house. Texas Mudhole, what's going on? Arab Prince Shit Oil, what the hell does that mean? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Jesus Christ. Take out Ghost already. What the hell does that mean? We've got, I'm not going to say this. Ghost is very Jewish. Here we go. Here we go with the Jew jokes, you anti-Semitic pricks. Here we go. Here we go with the Jew jokes. Anyway, we got E. DeRay. What's going on? We got Igor Bodoganov. Get down with Ghost. What the hell does that mean? What the hell is that supposed to mean? All right, I'm going to take a couple more. Look, I'm only just doing, you know what? Look at this. Furry ads for TCR. Look at this. Cripple currency asshole. Rice patty capitalist. God damn it. All right, that's it. I've had enough. All right, I've had enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. All right, let's get back to the serious crap then. Since you people want to be a bunch of pricks. Give me the mic. Give me the freaking goddamn mic. Since you people want to be a bunch of pricks, then fine. We're just going to go back to the goddamn show, all right, you morons? Jesus. You know, this is what I get for trying to make this goddamn thing just a tad bit interactive. But no, everybody's got to be some stupid 2-bit freaking loser moron. Welcome to the goddamn internets, for Christ's sake, man. Welcome to the goddamn internets. Jesus Christ. Where the hell was I at, engineer? That's right. I was talking about the Egyptian President Sisi going to the White House, visiting with Trump. Thank God, because once again, Barack Obama kind of screwed up the damn country of Egypt, backing up the damn wild Yehudis from the Muslim Brotherhood. But of course, mainstream media ain't gonna talk about that, huh, boy? Mainstream media ain't gonna talk about that, yeah, boy. Anyway, let's move on, folks. Did y'all read here that ISIS has released a kill list of U.S. citizens that includes names and addresses of folks? I'm not even joking around. I mean, it's like a list of 8,000 people. They should have made it 9,000 people if they really wanted to be effective. But, I mean, you know, I'm serious. 8,000 people on a list that ISIS has created and released, and they are urging jihadists to start taking people out on that list if they are down with Muhammad and Allah or something. I'm not joking around, folks. I am not kidding around. So, I don't know who's on that list. I mean, you know, you might want to check to see if you're on it, to say the least, all right? I mean, because they released a kill list with addresses and names of U.S. people and called for lone wolves out here in the United States to start detonating themselves and killing some of these folks that are on this list. I'm not joking. I am not kidding around. I mean, and what does that say anyway? I mean, this goes to show you that ISIS is getting desperate. I mean, they're getting their asses kicked in Mosul. Have you heard about that? The Iraqi government is kicking the living crap out of them out of there. They are getting their crap kicked out of them out there in Syria. They have absolutely nowhere to go. I mean, did you all hear? They got their asses kicked out of the so-called epicenter of ISIS, Raqqa, in Syria. So this is why you have these folks out here trying to antagonize America in this capacity, releasing a list of 8,000 Americans with their names and addresses and calling for a bunch of sick-ass jihadis to go and detonate themselves for these. I mean, give me a break! You've got to be kidding me! But hey, this is how sick this is, all right? This is how sick this is. And people are asking me, hey, can you send me the list? Well, you go look for it. I'm not going to send it to you. And then, you know, you'll have some deep state asshole, like some CIA jerk-off, claiming that I'm aiding and abetting Al-Qaeda or ISIS or some crap. Man, no way. Are you kidding me? I'm already in enough hot water as it is for some of the crap that I say on this broadcast, and not only what I say, but the kind of crap that I'm doing, folks, all right? I mean, take a look back. Remember last summer? Remember the summer of digital chaos? I mean, remember all this, for Christ's sake? I mean, remember all the damage we've done, for Christ's sake? What's going on, spark synapses? Remember all that? So anyway, I'm just saying, they've created the list. Look it up, all right? You could probably find it. ISIS releases a kill list of the United States citizens, including names and addresses. I hope that you're not on there. And look, if you were somehow antagonizing ISIS or something, all right, I'd be concerned, to say the least, if your name is on there, all right? I'm not even joking. I'd be concerned, to say the least, if your name was on there. But once again, welcome to the new reality, thanks to Barack Obama training and funding and arming these morons. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm going to move on from the next subject, but if you are concerned that you may be on ISIS's kill list, I am not yet as of late, so that's good. But if you are want to know, you're one of the 8,000 people on ISIS's kill list, how they concocted this kill list, I have no idea. I mean, maybe they were just perusing Facebook accounts and, you know, looking at people's anti-ISIS messagery, or who knows? Who knows? But I would be considered. I would be considerably concerned if you have been anti-ISIS within the past couple of years and you have your true identity on the internet. You may want to take a look at this list to see if you're on it. All right. Because they're egging their goddamn ISIS lone wolf operatives out here to go and literally kill these people. You know, kill these people. I mean, that's what they're saying. I mean, that's why they released the list. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and move on to something different, okay? Let's talk a little bit about Turkey. Hey, folks, do y'all remember last July when we were broadcasting and the Turkish coup was happening as we were broadcasting? And then it was on a Friday, and that Sunday I had a special show basically highlighting the fact that Turkey and the coup was nothing more than a fake coup of Erdogan, the president of Turkey, throwing a coup on himself to gather fervor in the Islamic world and to basically call out unloyal people in his regime. He utilized this fake coup to identify all those characters. Now, with that being said, I said on that Sunday's broadcast in July of last year that not only did Erdogan fake his own coup on himself in Turkey, but he actually had the help of Vladimir Putin, who was an expert at doing this type of activity during his tenure in the KGB. He was an expert at throwing coups. He was an expert at staging events and that sort of thing. That was his MO. That was his job. As a result, folks, when I announced that the coup on Erdogan was induced by himself and quarterbacked by Russia, people thought it was nuts that Sunday. I remember people saying, "Ghost, you're lying. You're lying. You know, Turkey and Russia aren't even friends. Turkey shot down Russian planes over Syria. You're lying." 2 weeks later, Erdogan and Vladimir Putin were hugging and kissing in Moscow. Okay? And, you know, there's been people that have stated that, no, the Turkish coup wasn't a fake coup. It was a real one. They tried to point to this character that's living in diaspora in the United States named Gulen. This defective Turkish opposition of Erdogan. Erdogan is blaming Gulen and wants Gulen extradited and sent to Turkey. All he's doing is trying to eliminate any opposition to his advance in power. I'm talking about Erdogan. And I said the reason that he is consolidating power is because he wants to bring back the old Ottoman Empire. And I said after that Sunday's broadcast that he would move into northern Syria, and he did. I said he would move into northern Iraq. He did. And folks, the prognosticator, strikes again. Turkey's opposition leader, the leader of the opposition party in Turkey, sparks eerie with controlled coup claim. The controlled opposition leader in Turkey has claimed that this coup that was supposed to be against Erdogan was a controlled coup, basically coming out and confirming what I said 2 days after the coup, that the coup was nothing more than a fake. It was a phony. I told you. I am the prognosticator of prognosticators. And let me tell you something, folks. I'm going to tell you this one mo again. How the hell did I know that? Well, you got to deduce things, right? I'm either very lucky, which, give me a break. If I'm this lucky, why am I not playing the lottery tickets or whatever? And I don't, but I'm either very lucky, I'm either a psychic, I'm either Punxsutawney Phil, or I've got something to do with all this crap. Whatever it is, you got to figure it out on your own. But I told you that Erdogan staged the coup on himself, and it was quarterbacked by Vladimir Putin. And the Turkish opposition leader today comes out and validates what I've been saying 2 days after the goddamn coup happened. That it was a freaking fake. It was a phony. All right? It was a phony! That's why they call me the prognosticator of prognosticators, folks. To be honest with you, there are a lot of people who listen to this broadcast to get stories, to get the scoop. And to be completely honest with you, yeah, people are asking me, do you really have something to do with all this? Maybe I do. Who knows? But the point is that you could pretty much take to the bank that whenever I make a prognostication about something, baby, it's going to happen. All right? I mean, when I make a prognostication about something, you better take it to the goddamn bank. That's why they call me the prognosticator of prognosticators. All right? I don't just yank that out of my derriere, for Christ's sake, man. Take a look at every one of my broadcasts. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Every one of those broadcasts is free to download, and they're time, dated, and stamped. And take a look at all the prognostications that I have prognosticated over the years. If somebody did a study and compared everything that I prognosticated and take a look at the things that have come to pass, it would be uncanny. And listen, I'm not trying to be bragging about it. What I'm trying to do is inform people before stuff happens. You understand? That's what I'm trying to do. And you see, that's why folks that listen to this broadcast, they're well informed prior to things actually happening, prior to things actually coming to pass. So once again, folks, the Turkish opposition leader in Turkey claims that Erdogan had a controlled coup on himself, which pretty much validates what I have always said 2 days after the goddamn coup. The same method, or excuse me, the same. I'm sorry, I'm reading freaking Twitter and trying to broadcast, folks. I'm just saying, prognosticator strikes again. 2 days after the coup, I said it was a fake coup. I said it was quarterbacked by Putin. Everybody thought I was lying. 2 weeks later, Erdogan and Putin are hugging and kissing. And now the opposition leader in Turkey is saying that it was fake, it was a fraud, it was a phony. I'm telling you, the prognosticator. And you want to, let's get to the next subject matter. If we're going to talk about prognostications. Folks, let's get to the next subject matter since we're talking about prognostications. Did y'all hear what happened in St. Petersburg earlier today? St. Petersburg, Russia. Explosion happened in the metro area. Killing, I believe 14 is the number now. I believe it's wounded about 50 plus people. And folks, right after this happened, literally moments after this happened, we got in contact with the FSB insiders that we have a personal connection with. Now, let me explain myself here. What happened in this... Well, let me explain something. Listen, I don't like Putin, okay? Everybody knows I don't like Putin. Everybody knows that I think Putin is a closet commie. Everybody knows that I believe that Putin is at the bottom of globalism. Everybody knows that I feel that Putin is a complete and utter thief, a piece of trash. That's why he stole $200 billion, with a B, billion dollars, and has it in his own personal bank account, while most Russians are, living in poverty and poor, or barely can freaking support themselves. Folks, didn't I say, I've been saying this for 2 weeks, that Vladimir Putin will not make it out of the year 2017 alive. And if he does, he will have had many attempts at his life. Now, according to my FSB contacts, now the FSB contacts that I have are going rogue against Putin. These are double agents that are using me as a conduit to get certain information out to a variety of different venues. Now, the reason these FSB agents are rogue is because many within the FSB that were a part of a hacker group called the Shultai Boltai. 2 of them were actually taken, vanned, and probably presumed dead at this point in time. But these FSB agents were a part of also that particular organization, and they are the ones that are disseminating the information to me about all the different Russian connections as it pertains to the United States and Russia. Now, for you folks that are unaware, on ghost.report website, that's our media project, type in your browser ghost.report, we released a Russia article highlighting the Russian spy network in the United States that is basically funded by a venture capital company called Runa Capital. Now, we're going to produce another article to supplement that article. It is going to be a part 2, and it will be released tomorrow during the show, so that we can help spread this Russia narrative that Russia is not the big badass that everyone in the media is trying to claim it is. You understand? I mean, I had said that right now Vladimir Putin is walking a tightrope. I mean, right now, many within his own bureaucratic infrastructure of government want him dead. And the reason they want him dead is because they know he's a corrupt piece of trash. I mean, folks, last week we saw an uprising of Russian people they were protesting against Putin. I mean, we talked about this on Friday, that Putin, he's comparing the uprising against him in Moscow to that of the Arab Spring. And why is he comparing the uprising against him to that of the Arab Spring? He's doing so that he can justify killing these people when he has to do so in mass quantities. And let me tell you, that day is rapidly approaching. He is going to act like a true communist. Believe me, he is going to open up the gulags again, and he is going to start killing massive amounts of Russians. Mark my word. If he is not killed, if Vladimir Putin is not killed by rogue agents within his own apparatus of government, then he is going to start mass killing Russian people who are in opposition to his communist regime, folks. All right? And if you don't believe me, take a look at his rhetoric now. He's already comparing the people that are in opposition of him in Russia to the Arab Spring. Now, why would he do that? He's doing that to make everybody prepared for when this guy starts freaking killing people in mass quantities. That's what he's doing. But folks, aside from that, our FSB connections have informed us right after this the St. Petersburg blast in the metro, Vladimir Putin was actually having a meeting in St. Petersburg prior to this blast and abruptly left, according to our FSB connections. Now, we researched this, and we were able to find an article that actually reinforces what our sources inside the FSB had told us. Let me go ahead and retweet that. Here it is right here. Report prior to the Russian metro explosion proves our Russian sources' claims. Here it is. It says Putin to meet in St. Petersburg amid heightened tensions. So he was in St. Petersburg when this bomb happened. Now, according to our FSB connects, not only was he there, he left abruptly for whatever reason. And if you take a look at the explosion, here, let me go ahead and retweet this. If you take a look at the explosion and where Vladimir Putin was, it was 16 kilometers from the explosion site. Here it is right here, folks. So it seems as if Vladimir Putin kind of got wind that he may have been in danger and got himself the hell out prior to anything happening to him or any of his entourage. Now, lest we forget, folks, these bombs, according to the reports, were backpack bombs. There was one that detonated, and there was another one that was found later on. According to reports, there are 2 suspects at large, which is not much news coming out more than that. And as a result, folks, I mean, this is the prognosticator striking again, baby. I mean, this was an attempt, in my view, on Vladimir Putin's life. I mean, in my opinion, I think that the reason that it happened in the metro was because they caught wind that Putin was out of there. Putin left abruptly. And if you take a look at the map that I just retweeted there, folks, it seems as if Putin was leaving. I mean, take a look. Take a look at that map I just repeated. Or I just retweeted, excuse me. Take a look at it. I mean, it seems as if this guy was on his way out. And of course he was on his way out. Because he knew he was going to get freaking... There was an attempt on his life. So all I'm saying is this. Prognosticator strikes again. And I said that this was... And look, I either said that there was going to be an attempt on his life, or there was going to be a terrorist act. There was going to be a terrorist act that is going to deviate those that were in opposition of Vladimir Putin and have the whole country kind of all come together in this moment of fear and uncertainty. I mean, there's nothing like a terrorist attack that'll get anybody in opposition stop talking and then, coming together and say, oh, we got to mourn for the terrorist attack. So, in my view, folks, I personally believe that this was an attempt at his life. And anybody who is saying that, oh, well, it was wild Yehudis or whatever, whoever it was that was actually doing the assassination attempt or doing this operation, lest we forget that half of Russia's population, almost half, is Muslim. And that's where this goddamn Vladimir Putin is walking this tightrope. He's walking this tightrope of people that are Russian nationalists and that are pro-Orthodox Church and Russian Muslims. Russian Muslims. And regardless of who did it, it's why they did it. And why would they want to commit terrorism in St. Petersburg other than the fact that Vladimir Putin was there? I mean, that makes no sense. It makes no sense. I mean, almost half of Russia's goddamn population is wild Yehudi Muslim. You understand? I mean, unless these are the Chechens that are claiming responsibility, but of course, it's dumbass ISIS claiming responsibility, even though I think ISIS claims responsibility for crap that they didn't even do. All right? I mean, they're just like, they're the trolls of goddamn of terrorist acts now. All right? I mean, whenever a terrorist act happens, doesn't even matter what motive, who it is. Oh, we take responsibility. Shut up, ISIS, you stupid, dumb idiots. But, I mean, no terrorist act like this has happened in a long while. I mean, since Chechnya. I mean, what was the last terrorist act that happened? That one school that the Chechnyan rebels took over, killed all kinds of kids, so on and so forth. So, I don't know. We shall see what is happening here. But in my personal view, I think that this was a shot at Putin. In my view, I think this was a shot at Putin. He was in St. Petersburg. There was a bomb in St. Petersburg. So once again, folks, the prognosticator strikes again. Now, of course, Putin is going to use this, and he's going to try to say that it's terrorism, and we got to bring the country together, and we got to have a stronger Russia, and he's probably going to crack down on the protests. He's probably going to use this terrorist act as a means to crack down, arrest, kill, put in gulags, whatever the case might be. People are in his opposition. And I think that this just hurts more than anything else. Anyway, folks, I'm running out of time here. Once again, St. Petersburg metro explosion, now 14 dead in Russia, over 50 injured. Was Putin the intended target? According to our FSB connections, that was the case. Our FSB connections told us that was the case. Now, I don't want to give you the whole 411 around the operation in which that transpired, but let's just put it this way. If the United States can organize a wild Yehudi organization like ISIS, you know what I'm saying? And if they're able to co-opt these ISIS fighters into doing the carnage and the disgusting disgrace crimes against humanity that they do, what makes you think that Russian FSB can't do the same damn thing? What makes you think that the Russian FSB can't, plan a couple of wild Yehudi bombers in a given area and make sure to handle these people and make sure that to have maybe Putin, be by one or two of these pricks? I'm telling you, man, this is a dangerous game. Politics is a dangerous game, folks. I mean, I know that you guys want to sit here and you want to claim that, we're just trolling, and we're just like trolling around, and This is dangerous, man. I mean, that's why a lot of folks, that were in the inner circle or trying to drop out of the inner circle, they're scared, man. They're scared to be affiliated with this broadcast so closely because they're starting to see ice cream trucks in the middle of winter. They're starting to hear, funny things on their damn phones. I mean, they're starting to, see things happen that they don't usually see. And the reason is because this is a dangerous game. I want to warn each and every one of you. I know that, we do Twitter shout-outs and we do we do the radio graffiti, but, man, this is very serious stuff, man. I mean, people die for this stuff. People are killed. I'm just saying. Politics is serious business. Anyway, let's continue going here. All right, let's go to the next subject matter. Did y'all hear that the UK may go to war over Gibraltar, for Christ's sake? I mean, did y'all hear about this? Let me explain what's happening here. What's the fight about here? Well, I'm gonna read this out of Bloomberg News. What's the fight about? Okay, EU President Donald Tusk drafts guidelines on Brexit talks, gave Spain the final say on whether any EU-UK deal would apply to Gibraltar. That caused a panic in Gibraltar, where an overwhelming majority of the residents want to remain British, and concern in the UK, which has always said it would defend the Gibraltarians against Spain's claims to sovereignty. The EU has tended to be neutral on Gibraltar, but as the UK leaves the bloc, Spain might expect the EU support. Gibraltar's status as an offshore, low-tax haven where Britain's nuclear submarines occasionally cause trouble poses problems for Spain that go far beyond patriotism. Now, why is it significant? Well, it adds an extra dimension to an already complex talks. May, who hadn't mentioned Gibraltar in her divorce letter triggering the Brexit talks, had counted on Spain as an ally, as they are united by several shared interests. While more than 300,000 Britons are registered as residents in Spain, compared to 130,000 Spaniards in the UK, the number of Britons living at least part of the year in the southern European country could still be as high as 1 million. Spending by British tourists accounts for 1.5% of Spain's gross domestic product. What's more, the spat over Gibraltar might offer a flavor of what's to come in the next Brexit talks, as the EU 27 states push their own interests, from fights over fisheries, Maltese access to British health care, and Austrian concerns about power subsidies. So once again, folks, what's happening here is that Gibraltar may be used as a pawn in this EU-UK Brexit divorce deal. Because Spain, I guess, May thought that Spain was going to be an ally in this Brexit divorce. It's, I guess, weighing its options on whether or not, if they were going to ask the EU to protect Gibraltar so that Spain can lay sovereignty on Gibraltar. Now, for you folks that are unaware about Gibraltar and why this is happening, okay, and you know, why is this even a freaking British territory? This goes back to the War of Succession in the 18th century and the Treaty of Utrecht in 1713 ceded Gibraltar to Britain. The name is Arabic. It actually is an Arabic name, Gibraltar, but it's been British longer than it's been part of Spain, as it was under Moorish rule up until about the 15th century. It's been strategically useful for Britain, and the Royal Navy's Gibraltar Squadron continues to patrol the waters, so this is a territory from Britain. All right, this is also, you could compare this to the Falkland Wars. This is a very, very interesting dilemma that I don't know if it's actually on, or if it's just talk, if it's just rhetoric, I don't know, but they're talking about war. I mean, UK is saying that it's willing to go to war if necessary to defend Gibraltar. And, you know, those are fighting words right there, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even joking around. So, once again, one step forward, two steps back when it comes to Brexit. We shall see what happens with this Gibraltar dispute. Could be potential war. Could be potential war. Who knows? And once again, folks, it's because we have Spain wanting the EU to protect their potential interest in Gibraltar. And this could turn into a very hairy situation, to say the least. Keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on it. We shall see. Anyway, folks, let's go to the next subject matter. The U.S. vows to stop North Korea unilaterally, saying it will go at it alone if necessary, prior to Donald Trump meeting with the Chinese president on April 6th in Mar-a-Lago. And I wonder how this is going to be received by the Chinese president. All right? I mean, in my personal view, I think that the United States has to be hard on trade. I said this last week. It has to be hard on trade with China. Now, you don't have to cut up the whole goddamn agreement. I mean, we do send $550 billion US dollars to China because we buy all their cheap-ass Chinese goods, for Christ's sake. But as I stated last week, now that you've got the Mexican president finally stopping chewing his rubber tortilla, coming to his senses, and wearing down the machismo inflaming his senses, now he wants, quote, a new relationship with the United States. And I don't blame him, boy. I don't blame him. I think that Nieto has the opportunity to change Mexico if he could stop being so goddamn ridiculously machismo and instead actually focus on the progress of Mexico. Now, right now, and I've said this time and time again, we currently send Mexico $60 billion in trade. $60 billion in trade. Now, what if Donald Trump, who is meeting with the Chinese president April 6th, what if he just says, look, if you're not going to do nothing with us about North Korea, if you're not going to pressure North Korea, then why are we going to continue with this big-ass trade deal with you? I mean, what are we getting out of this? You're just out there, you know, sticking chopsticks up your ass, thinking that we're just supposed to give you this goddamn money. No! If we're going to give you some money, the least you could do is do something for us, all right there? Xi Jinping, all right? That's the least you could do for us. And then I would say, look, if you don't want to do something for us, that's fine. We're not going to go ahead and end the trade deal, but we're going to go ahead and cut $100 billion off of the $500 billion we sent you last year. We're going to cut $100 billion of that, and we're going to send it to Mexico. And man, are you kidding me? China's house of cards would go down. It would come tumbling down. The only thing that's making the Chinese economy, the only thing that's sustaining the GDP of the Chinese economy is American consumption. That's why these stupid, dumb rice bowl eaters are out here talking garbage about war this, war that, because they're afraid. They're genuinely afraid that if we stop trading with them, that their whole economy will collapse, their whole system will collapse, and there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing they can do about it. They'll just be sitting there with their damn little Peter Poppers in their hands, wondering when the hell the ghost of Chairman Mao's going to come back to save them. Because I'm telling you this right now, when that house of cards starts come tumbling down of the Chinese economy, the Chinese people are all going to starve. I'm talking the regular people. I'm talking the regular everyday Chinese folk. And they're going to get a little upset at the communist government because they've got all the money. They're the billionaires, and they're in charge. So China at this point is not in a position to be thumbing their nose at us. China at this point is not in the position to be threatening anybody. Because, hey, if they threaten us with war, well, then big deal. You know what we'll do? We'll just stop sending you money. And when we stop sending you money, it's over, China. It's over. You won't even be able to sustain your own piss and ground government, man. You would have defectors going from China to other parts of the world with whatever money they have left to get away from your piss and ground Chinese communist government. So once again, I would definitely like, all right, I would definitely like for the president to be able to threaten China in a very subtle, indirect manner as it pertains to trade and boost Mexico. Now, somebody's saying, well, why can't we just keep that money here in the United States? Well, because the Chinese are actually providing very, very inexpensive electronic goods. Very inexpensive electronic goods. Now, a lot of that has to do with their labor costs, which, of course, America cannot compete with. but Mexico can compete with it. And moreover, even if it is a little higher in the labor cost on Mexico's end, the cheap price of shipping the goods to the United States will more than offset any of the damn labor costs involved in manufacturing any manufactured goods in Mexico. I'm telling you, man. And I hope that Donald Trump is listening to this, and I hope that he approaches the Chinese president with this. So we shall see. Once again, prior to the meeting with the Chinese president on April 6th, Donald Trump said that he will go at it alone, if necessary, with North Korea. So we shall see what happens, folks. We shall see what happens. Anyway, folks, last but not least, I want to go off a little bit. I believe yesterday, was World Autism Day. World Autism Day. And listen, I did a tweet that, of course, you know, what's so funny about you autists is that you can all make fun of everybody. You can talk about people's mamas. You know, you can troll people. You can, you sure as hell know technology. You can fantasize about fruit bowl cartoons and sexualized cartoons, and you think that you're all cool and bad on the internet. But once somebody tells the truth about your little ailment, all of a sudden you start melting down like I was your mommy not giving you a goddamn video game or something, all right? Now, this is the tweet I tweeted that got a whole bunch of autists triggered here. Here it is, right here. I just tweeted it. It says, World Autism Day. Anyone on the internet is more than aware of, quote, these people. Most of them are spoiled brats, okay? And then I got a tweet from some lady who said, WTF, this is beyond reprehensible. Perhaps you need to go watch some vaxxed stories. Real children and families suffering daily, forever. And listen, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. If there's anybody that knows autism, it's me, okay? I've been dealing with autists for like 10 years doing this broadcast, okay? For whatever reason, they come to me, they listen, I have to deal with them, they troll me, the whole 9 yards, okay? Now, I would like to say one thing. I don't think that autists and Asperger people are retarded. And you see, that's what World Autism Day, parents, the psychological industry, the psychiatry industry, that's what they have these people believe. And they coddle these people into believing that they genuinely have some kind of a problem, when in actuality, they don't. You know who's making the problem worse? The stupid parents and the stupid psychological industry and the psychiatry industry. Because let's be honest, and I said this to this lady, that these autists that I affiliate with on this broadcast are very aware on how to use technology. They're very aware on how to hack and game and all this crap. I mean, hell, take a look at 4chan's poll. I mean, how do you think 4chan's poll is able to find things like Shia LaBeouf's flag by utilizing star coordinates and flight patterns? I mean, how are they able to make all these connections and do all this? I mean, these folks that are autists are not retarded. And you see, whenever I see World Autism Day or I hear somebody try to use the word, oh, I'm autistic, and I'm just supposed to feel sorry for you? I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for people with autism. You want to know why I don't feel sorry for you? Because everyone has felt sorry for you. And no one should feel sorry for you. You're not retarded. You know how to get on a computer. You know how to play a video game. Do you know about technology? Do you think, I mean, honestly, are there mentally retarded people that are on the internet doing the type of things that autists are doing? No, they're not. Are there mentally retarded people out here becoming obsessed with games and being all good with technology, games, hacking, and all the crap. No, they're not. All right? So that's why whenever I hear World Autism Day, I'm like, who gives a shit? Excuse my French. Who gives a shit? I am not treating autists with any kid gloves any longer. Your stupid, dumb, idiot parents may. I'm not, okay? As a matter of fact, most of your autist parents should be fucking slapped in the face for producing such warped individuals like yourselves. Because to be honest with you, if you autists were just brought up like everybody else, you would just be weird. You know, you would be socially, you'd be a little socially awkward. Big deal, okay? Big deal. You would still be able to know some things that most autists do. Most autists have a singly directed brain wavelength, if you will, like a singular track mindset. The singular track mindset. So when they get their mind on something, they go full throttle on that particular subject. You see, retarded people can't do that. And you see, that's what makes me sick about you autists and you Asperger morons. You all want to be treated like y'all are retarded. And I'm not going to treat y'all like y'all are fucking retarded. Y'all are not retarded, okay? I'm going to treat you like a regular human being, like you should be. And you know what you should be doing? You should be blaming your stupid mother and your father and the psychiatry industry and the psychology industry for making you such a weak, disgusting, despicable, triggered human being. All right? So all you autists that took offense to the shit that I said on Twitter the other day, hey, tough titty, all right? I would say it to your mother's face. I'm not even joking around. I would say it to your mother and father's face that what you did to your child was screw your kid up when you could have basically nurtured whatever intellectual potential that was in your child's brain. You could have nurtured, you could have helped facilitate the best of the best out of that. But no, you know what you did? You as a parent, you found it more convenient for you to, give this sob story by sending your child to some psychiatrist, some pseudoscientist, having them diagnose your kid with autism or Asperger's, and then what did you do as a parent? You went out and, oh, my kid has Asperger's and autism, and I'm an autist parent, I'm an Aspie parent. Haven't you noticed all these stupid parents? They all make it very, very loud and clear that they're parents of fucking Aspie and autistics. Now, why would they do that? Why would they do that unless they want, oh, poor me, feel sorry for me, look at my struggle, look at my strife, give me attention, I've got a retarded kid. That's what they're trying to do. And I'm telling you, autistics and you Asperger's, I'm telling you people that you are not retarded. I know you're not retarded. I know that you are smart. It's just you, for whatever reason, have been hypnotized by your goddamn family into believing that you can act like a stupid, obnoxious man-child. And that's not the case. And look, I can see all these autists, they're getting pissed off. They're on Twitter. You know what? I hope that you're getting pissed off, okay? Because your mother and father should be slapped in the face for producing a weak individual like yourself. And instead of properly facilitating your intellectual potential in whatever it is that you advance in, they just decided to throw a goddamn a computer and a video game in front of your face while they touted you around like a goddamn accessory saying, oh, my kid's got autism. Oh, my kid has got Asperger's. Oh, help me. Can you help me? I'm an Aspie parent. I'm an autistic parent. Give me attention because of my retarded kid. So, and unfortunately, look, you stupid autists. You see, now all of a sudden, you autists are tweeting at me, trying to make a case for yourselves. Why would you do that? Why are you trying to make a case for yourselves? Why are you trying to make a case for yourself why you can act like a man-child and you're retarded? You're making a case that you are retarded. You understand? You're making a case that you're retarded. Now, if you're retarded, then shut up and stop acting like you're smarter than you are then, and just shut up and you put the helmet on your head and don't say anything because you're retarded. I'm just saying, man. And look, Ghost, you're crapping on your fans. What, my fans? I'm telling you the truth, all right? What, do you want me to be like your mommy? You want me to be like your mommy and be like, oh, honey, are you okay? No, look, don't get triggered. We'll get you a video game, okay? It's okay. All right, no, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go ahead and let me give you that. Don't get triggered. Don't start going nuts. All right, don't go into meltdown mode, okay? Come on, you want something? You want a pizza? You want an ice cream? You want a video game? We'll do whatever you want there, Billy. That's how you goddamn autists are treated. And to be honest with you, I think that you should get the crap kicked out of you. I'm not even joking around. I mean, if your damn parents would have given you a goddamn woodshed treatment, I guarantee you idiot autist wouldn't be as pathetically, ridiculously, emotionally backwards than you are today. All right? So once again, to reiterate, I do not believe that autists and Asperger people are retarded. They're just spoiled effing brats. They're spoiled effing brats that need a trip to the woodshed. All right? That's all they need is a trip to the woodshed. I'm just saying, folks. That's all they need is a trip to the woodshed. I know, look at all the triggering. Look at the triggering on Twitter. Oh, how dare you, Ghost? How dare you? I'm autistic. How dare you? Hey, asshole, you're too dumb to realize that I actually believe in you more than your stupid, shitty parents who's done nothing more than medicated you, put you into some doctor's hands, and when it was convenient for them, decided to parade you around in front of their friends and family saying, oh, here's my autistic baby boy. Oh, look, here is my Asperger's boy. I'm an autistic parent. I'm an Asperger's parent. Give me a freaking break. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, look at all these autists out here that are so pissed on Twitter at me. You know what? I'm glad that you're pissed, all right? I'm glad that you're pissed. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, I know retarded people that are more mature than some of you autistic freak shows that are on here deciding to use the internet as a venue to be despicable and horrific human beings. I know mentally retarded people that are more productive than many of you autistic idiots that sit here and claim, I'm retarded, I'm sorry, I'm retarded, I gotta stay with my mama till I'm 40 years old, I'm retarded. I'm telling you, Asperger and autist, that I don't believe that you are retarded. Your stupid, dumb, idiot parents do. I mean, think about it, autists. Think about it. Every time your mom or dad paraded you around, what do they tell you? Oh, he's got autism. Now he's got Asperger's. And oh, yeah. Why did they have to make that known? Huh? I'm serious. Why do they have to make that known? Because I'm telling you, you were used as an emotional crutch. You were used as a Munchausen by proxy. That's what you were used, autists. So think about that when I talk to you about World Autism Day being nothing more than a day of spoiled brats. Because that's what it is, all right? Spoiled brats. And you know what? You want to get more triggered there, autist? You think I'm such a bad guy because I don't give a crap about your two-bit, ridiculous, supposed pussy pampering goddamn ailment, for Christ's sake? I'm telling you, I believe that you people are not retarded. But you see, you don't hear that. You hear, oh, you and my mama, Asperger and Aspie, and I mean, do you understand how stupid they have made you? You understand how stupid your parents and psychology and psychiatry have made you? You now are nothing more than an autist. That's your label now. You encapsulate that. There's nothing more about you other than autist and Asperger. That's it. I mean, you have fallen for the psyop. You have taken the Kool-Aid. So go ahead, continue to be man children and see how long that takes you. As far as I'm concerned, I'm out of this carpet munching Monday, all right? How about you autists be a little bit more triggered with no radio graffiti because you idiots are too much of a man-child to grow up and be a man, to grow up and be a man, to grow up and to be adult, you stupid dumb, stupid idiot! I'd slap your family and your parents in their faces for creating such man-children like you!
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Well, I guess we could say, what a fail Monday for it to have Radio Graffiti, especially the weekend after April Fools. Oh well, there's always next time. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here, guys. I need to start my next live stream over at the BN Theater. You guys, thank you again for coming out, guys. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at the Running Network of Politics Ghost, as well as follow this channel if you're new, as I do t-shirts. There's every day, Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, as well as the Saturday Night Troll Show happening at 3:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and 3 to 3:30. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys, you have a good night, and yeah, next show starts right now, BN Theater. You guys over the YouTube, head over, links in the description. I'll see you guys there. See you later, guys. Bye.